blinded by this
Okay,
light.
you can turn off the light.
Yes, I shall.
But not for very long. It's a dark day. Ooh, now I'm all dark.
All right. Well, I will turn on a different light, and you can talk.
Hi, everyone. We are
Does
setting.
that help?
Yes, it blinds me.
Okay. Well, that's good.
No, leave it on. Leave it on.
Works.
As long as I stand like this.
Yeah.
Maybe I need a hat.
Oh, of all things.
that red one.
You're getting a red hat today. You can have a winter hat if you need it.
Happy New Year! Okay, if I sit like this, that doesn't blind me. No, actually, I'll be like fine.
Yes. It was very atmospheric. Yes, I know. It should be.
Welcome.
Welcome. Happy New Year from soggy San Diego area.
I'm going to go back to the on break just for a moment.
Okay.
Okay, that's our New Year's image. Mm-hmm. Happy New Year, everyone. This is the Transolar Games live stream with Lorian Corey Cole, creators of Quest for Glory and Hero U and other games. And we're going to be playing through one of our own games, Quest for Glory 4, Shadows of Darkness.
Yes, it would be appropriate to...
Do that every time?
to turn off the light and be in the shadows when we actually play.
The Shadows of Darkness?
Yeah. Those darkness. Yes, we could be shadowy and dark and not blinded by the light. Yes. Hi, Brainiac. I thought you weren't going to make it here. Thought it was MagFest this weekend, or is it that next week?
Yeah, because we're doing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's because we're doing every week.
Next weekend. Okay, fine.
That's because we used to do every second week. Yeah. Okay, so that means next week, just in Brainiac's honor, we should play something other than Quest for Glory 5 next weekend.
Well, we'll see what we do, because next weekend is MagFest, and if you're around in that area, you should go to it, because we really recommend it.
We're in North San Diego County, so not in the city itself, but
no.
We go down there once in a while. Yeah. All right, BlueFay1111 asks,
has this ever happened? I was in the cave at the end of the game. I completed the 4 rituals and was able to leave the cave. And when I did, Peasant Katrina was outside. Oh, well. I checked, and it said day 1, but with all the inventory I had amassed before I re-entered the cave. Okay, nothing else appears to be reset, just the day counter and the Katrina offer.
Cool! You found a interesting bug.
Yeah. Gee, you walked through the walls. You're not supposed to be able to leave that cave.
And thanks for the hint, because I didn't actually remember what to do at the end game.
Okay, yeah, right.
Something about rituals, huh? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
No, I've never seen
We've
that.
never
but
seen
we've
that.
never
We've never
tried
heard of
it. We will try to replicate it for your sake. Though when we come to that point, if we ever get there at this rate, it's not. We will not be in Dagon fire by next week. I'm pretty sure at the rate we're going.
We may still be doing Quest for Glory 4. Yeah, I would say so. There's a lot to do yet.
Yeah, remind us, Blue, when we get to that point. If we get to that point this week, you can let us know, and we will test that out, because, it's always good to find new bugs, and because it's fun. Yes. Yes. Yeah, and Brainiac says, join the QFG speedrunning Discord. Yes, they love to do these things.
Well, so 2025 is behind us.
Thank
2026 is
off to
a bang.
Yeah, it's off to a start.
Yes, we're off to a start with a bang. And yikes.
Green Eats TV says, I never played 4, only 5. Oh my gosh, you haven't played 4? 4 is the best game in the entire series. But 5...
So say many of our fans.
Yes. But 5 special to me, yeah.
Yeah, 5 was interesting because...
I'm going to grab my glasses because it's...
Game-wise, it is all there. I'll put my glasses on too. Make the light even brighter.
Yeah.
Well, they're dirty. Okay, that's good. They'll make that darker.
You're going to be dark. Gloomy. Shadowy, as they say.
So Game 5, story-wise, puzzle-wise, and so on, probably one of the best of the series, but unfortunately the graphics didn't live up to it.
Yeah.
OSU only insists on 4 supremacy during Spooky Month, and that's 2 months behind us. Outside that 2 and 4 fight constantly for my top spot.
Yeah. So 2 is special too, but 2 is tough. So
I
you
guess
have
I can't
to
wear
really
these.
like.
They have glare.
Well.
All right.
Okay,
So
we
what
can afford
Brainiac
it.
is saying is that he really likes my contributions to game design, since 2
Yes,
and 4 were the 2 that I worked on the most.
Yep. I could never finish 5 because I played it on disc. Oh shoot! Crashed at the end.
Oh no.
Oh. Well, we will see whether we can do that because we haven't played the
We haven't
game
played
since
5.
it was out.
We played a little bit
We
of it on
played
the stream, I
bits and
think.
pieces, but we
yeah, we're
haven't
gonna play
actually
it. We haven't
played it.
actually played it all the way through on the stream.
This
so.
is the first. Last year we started running through all the games in order, right straight through to the end. So this is, and you can see it took us a full year to get mostly through 4.
All right,
So-
let's see. I need to do my obligatory advertisement. This is our Patreon, which is where you, on the sidebar there, patreon.com, Corey Laurie Cole is the channel, and that is where you can support this stream by becoming a member.
But Discord is where it's at. So
Oh,
you
I
gotta,
didn't have that information.
Well, you have it up.
Oh, I have it right
Yeah,
here.
right. So
Discord. I just announced something on it.
Yeah.
Okay. Discord.
because that's the
Invite
place
to
where everything
server.
is
Copy.
active and fun. It keeps things alive. Just
Something.
post it.
I'll just post it.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a Discord link that is good for 1 week.
Right.
And that will let you communicate with other fans and
And
us.
And talk about these interesting features that you've
yeah, that's
discovered.
actually a really good place to post those. Although the only channel that I always read is Punitentiary. Hashtag Punitentiary.
Because after all,
That's where the puns are.
that's where the puns are.
That's where we imprison the puns so they don't get out and terrorize innocents.
All right, well, you could read that one out.
Oh, well, this one here, let's see. This probably still will be invisible if I put it on, right?
Yep, yes,
Yep,
still
sure
invisible.
is. Okay, what's the difference between Iron Man and Aluminum Man? Or if you were in Britain, Aluminium Man. Iron Man stops the bad guys. Aluminum Man just foils their plans.
Yep.
And then you have to see the illustration that goes with it.
Well, I
had
don't
to
think
spell
they
it.
need to see that, but yeah, you could go to our website. I mean, go to the Patreon Discord and see it for yourself to see how that was illustrated, because it's well worth punning out. If you've got the time, we have the place for it. If you've got the puns, it'll be done. Yep.
If you've got the time, we've got the puns. Okay, let's see. Juji's download is version 1.2 of...
Yeah, 1.2 patch, yes.
I guess the Quest for Glory 4 they're talking about. By the way, for those 1 or 2 of you that are new to this stream, besides the Quest for Glory games and Castle Dr. Brain, Mixed Up Fairy Tales that we did for Sierra, and Shannara that we did for Legend Entertainment, we are still slowly making games. Back in 2018, we came out with Hero U Road Redemption. 2023 took us another 5 years. We came out with Summer Days Tilly's Tale. We're working on Summer Days of Feo's Adventure, Summer Days Semi-Story, and a couple others in the pipeline. So look for Transolar Games wherever you get your games.
And as it says, doesn't it come to a point when there are no new puns left?
No.
And then Brainiacs.
Answered. That would be Armageddon.
Get a pun.
So what happens when there are no new puns left? If it were possible, which it isn't, because you can always make new ones, you'll have forgotten the old ones and you'll just recycle them.
Yes.
And that, in
besides,
fact-
you can always go bilingual, because we did have bilingual puns in our
I
games.
used to love bilingual puns, yes.
Or multi-meaning.
word plays, yes.
So, yeah. So there's always a way to surprise somebody, and any joke is new if you've never heard it before. Remember that when you're telling jokes.
I've never heard this one before on Air Penitentiary.
Okay.
I use a curved sword, like a scimitar, because I'm pretty sure the next fight is just around the corner.
Okay. You do not need to put in the parenthetical
Oh,
phrases
all right.
and interrupt.
Spoil
with
the pun,
Yes,
yep.
spoil the pun. Yes. So, at any rate, yes, it is a brand new year. We are still starting out with old games, but old is good too. I'm wearing a shirt that was when we had the School for Heroes running, and I had this up on Cafe Press.
Or a patch that looks entirely black.
Which is still, it always looked entirely black.
It's just a little too saturated.
Yep, no, it's a little low contrast.
It is the symbol of the School for Heroes.
Yes.
And it says the School for Heroes at the back, and it's all stitched. And very nice, but too dark.
Too dark, yep.
That's something we fought all the time. We had to convince our artists. Our artists love to turn up their monitors to maximum brightness and contrast so they could see all the fine details. And what that meant is that the art they made that way lacked contrast and brightness on people who's had average settings on their monitors and less expensive monitors. So we constantly had to go through to them and say, more contrast, more contrast.
And that was, of course, the problem with the Quest for Glory box, Shadows of Darkness. Because as much as this is a very, very cool cover, which
It's
I'll try to get
a beautiful box. Yeah, do it this
beautiful
angle.
box, yeah.
Yep. And it's got gold foil for the Shadows of Darkness.
Yeah.
And it says Quest for Glory in tiny letters above that.
And it's okay from the side. You can read the name. That
Kinda.
part's good, but it's
You can read the
dark.
Shadows of Darkness. You can't read the Quest for Glory.
You can read it if you see it in the right light, because
so-
the foil
Do you have the
doesn't
other one?
right.
Get the other one.
Oh, get the other one.
The white one.
It's smaller.
So, the following year, when they did the CD version, Sierra re-released it with these colors, and everything reads
You
really,
can read it.
really
You
well.
can read, and that is
Well, kinda.
important. So you can find
Quest
it.
for Glory is still small.
Well, you don't need. You need the. You need to have something you can read.
You know, it's interesting. I was asked that question a few weeks ago. They said, why did Sierra release that game as Quest for Glory Shadows of Darkness instead
not
of
Quest for
Quest for
Glory
Glory 4 Shadows of Darkness? Well, I had not noticed until now that they did the Quest for Glory the box cover really small. And the answer is that they wanted to attract new customers, and they didn't want to scare people off by saying Quest for Glory 4, or people would say,
Yes.
I haven't played Quest for Glory. I guess I better not play that one.
Yeah, sounds like a sequel. So yes,
Yeah.
it was to avoid that deliberately.
The sequelitis, terrible disease.
Well, it's rampant right now.
All right, so what are we doing this year? Are we going to release
Ifeo's
Ifeo's Adventure
Yes,
finally?
Yes.
Okay, it'll need to be done in March for me to be able to get voice acting and final QA and so on, and actually in marketing.
Well, it'll probably
Got to push.
It'll probably
Maybe
not-
April.
Yeah. It'll probably be April.
So this is the old reverse calendar that we use for games. If you want to release a game in time for Christmas, that used to mean that it needed to be on store shelves before Thanksgiving, which meant that in order to make shipping affordable, you had to ship it out in October, which meant it had to go into quality assurance in August, and basically had to be Goldmaster Code Complete in July or early August.
So we've made that deadline.
Hardly ever.
Never, maybe never. Maybe with the Ed games, we actually made the deadline for fairy tales and that.
We were close to it with Heroes Quest.
Yes.
I made it with Castle Dr. Brain.
Yeah.
Heroes Quest close to. The problem was that we had a crash in the Kobold fight. So Sarah duplicated all the discs except the Kobold, and I completely rewrote that scene and it got about 2 days of QA, and then they said, good enough, and shipped it, and duplicated that disk and shipped it. They did duplicate the disk first.
Delandria says they were more concerned with tricking new users into playing a sequel than to selling to the existing fans looking for it. Amusingly backwards. Well, okay. Sierra was always looking for the holy grail of gaming, and that
The
was
mass market.
And so therefore they wanted to appeal to a broader crowd than the old-time fans that would buy their stuff anyway because they're just loyal, so who cares about them?
Yeah, well, they'll buy it anyway. So
Yes, you don't have to market to
if you
people.
played Quest for Glory 1 to 3 and a new Quest for Glory came out, you would look for it.
Yeah, if you knew about
They
it.
hoped.
If you knew about it, yes.
Yeah.
But yes, so yeah, it is a philosophy. It is a marketing ploy. It isn't necessarily a good one. Honestly, getting player retention on anything, whether it's a website or a game, is critical to actually supporting the game. But you know,
Okay, so Ace and Rex asks, was Castle of Dr. Brain easier, or was it better working conditions that brought you in on time? Okay, the answer is it's smaller. It is a very tight game. It is completely linear. There are no characters walking around. It's first-person point of view. And so that it was a much simpler game to implement and test.
and also the Sierra was set up at that point to be able to do it. The resources were all there on time, and they weren't tied up trying to get another game out at that time.
Yeah, it was
that all makes a difference too.
I was assigned a fabulous art director, great musician, and had good ideas. The hardest part for me in Castle Dr. Brain was the design phase, which is normally we kind of design it as we go, but this was a period at Sierra where they really wanted most of it designed up front. And I had done a prototype for it, got that approved, and at which point they switched out my lead artist, and I sat down to try to do the thing. And Lori was off on a trip, some skills training, and I was completely lost. This was the first time I'd been doing a game on my own.
We can talk about that when we get to playing that game.
Yep. But anyway, so Lori finally got me out of my writer's block, and then it did really come out great. And I have announced several years ago, I was going to do a game called Puzzleworthy that would be a spiritual successor. And I found out that coming up with new puzzles is hard. And I had set myself some rules that I wanted every puzzle to have variations, and
so you can replay it again.
Yeah, so it'd be replayable, and that you couldn't just read a walkthrough. And I discovered that that's not necessarily good, and it makes it even harder.
Yes, the not necessarily good is if you really want to play a game and you come to a puzzle you can't solve, you don't feel good about having to look it up, first of all. And if you can't find the answer because it's a multiple choice question and you don't know which question it was, then you can't do that. You're stuck and you're out of the game. So, yeah.
So, for instance, there is a Magic Square puzzle early in Castle Dr. Brain, which is basically filling in the thing with numbers so that they add up the same across every row, down every column,
like
and diagonally.
Sudoku.
No.
Well, kind of like an early
Sudoku is the spiritual successor to
Yes, kind of like Sudoku.
But anyway, so it was a Magic Square puzzle. I'd never heard of Sudoku at the time. I don't know whether it
didn't exist
I don't
in
think
America.
it existed. Anyway, I could today randomize that and give you a different set of numbers every time, and make it so that you could not have a walkthrough for it. But I found that last time I played Castle Dr. Brain on the stream, I had a terrible time solving the puzzle on hard mode.
Yes.
With only one solution, it was still hard.
So, yeah. So more isn't always better.
Yeah. Now, if I had been on my own, I'm sure I would have worked through it. But when I'm sitting here on screen trying to do it in a reasonable amount of time with people waiting for me, that's hard.
Yep. Good puzzles are hard to make, yes, especially to not be repetitive. Futoshiki is really fun.
Okay,
You
I've
haven't
not
tried
seen
it.
that.
We have not seen that. We'll keep an eye out for it.
I've done a little bit of Sudoku. I'm not especially good at it, but
And I'm not a fan.
I can usually solve the easy mode ones.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else to say?
About lead-ins to
Anything.
the games.
Lead-ins to playing Quest for Glory 4? Shall I get to it?
What else is going on this year? So far, nothing is planned except we're going to go to
Austria.
Austria,
Leogang, Austria with our family.
and we are going to go to Comic-Con in the summertime,
Ooh!
and we are going to Worldcon in LA. So,
Yes, we are. We will be Labor Day. Well, it's not Labor Day weekend. So August sometime is World Science Fiction Convention in Anaheim, California.
Yep.
So we will be at that one.
We had our last
We'll go to San
Was
Diego
the
Comic
last
Con. We
one?
do that every year.
was the last LA Worldcon 1984.
I think there might have been one in
There was
between.
probably one in between, but our first LA Con, Worldcon, was 1984 with the 1984 theme, and somehow that seems very appropriate nowadays.
It does. Winston in 1984 was terrified of rats, which they used against him. So, therefore, a rat was the mascot for the WorldCon in 1984.
Brainiac says the magic square puzzle on Island can be easier or harder depending upon your point of view. It's not every line is equal. It's getting every line to be a specific value, and few are set in advance.
Ah, interesting.
Yes. We usually go, just about every day. Oh, you're going to be Thursday and Sunday? Well, we'll make a point of going on Thursday and Sunday and see you there.
Yeah.
Mostly we just hang out a lot. And
Yeah, we usually, okay, so last year or year before, was it? We had I guess it was the year before, we had a conflict with Comic-Con.
yeah, we had.
Maybe last year? I don't know.
No,
Anyway,
the year before.
It was year before. Year
'Cause
before.
Last year we were
was the,
Relaxicon and hardly saw the convention at all.
The
But
Adventure Game Fanfare up in
Yeah.
Tacoma was the same weekend as Comic-Con. So we went to half a day at Comic-Con, hopped on a plane, and went to Fanfare.
yeah, so we'll make arrangements, Brainiac, when we get near the dates to have lunch or supper or something. Naming Collision says hello again, Happy New Year. So yeah, keep it in mind when we get near the dates, because we will certainly make arrangements.
Did we
to
buy
be
our
with you.
badges yet, or get our badges
we
yet?
We signed up for them. I
This
think
year for this year?
Yeah.
Okay, we can verify that.
Ironically, my other occasional niche convention, Mysterium, is up in Portland on the same days. Oh, that's a shame, because that sounds like a fun just by going by the name of it.
Yeah, I think there's a preview day on Wednesday that we pretty much never make it to. But, Lori, actually, it's weird. She doesn't actually care about any of the programming at Comic-Con and only mildly cares about the dealer's room. She goes there with her camera to take pictures of the displays and mostly the costumes.
Yes, it's a camera day for me at a convention. So that's what I'm there for, to see the people, to take their pictures, and then to make art afterwards. So it's an experiential thing. But that's our plans for this year. There may be a couple conventions that people were talking about inviting us to, in which case we will make our arrangements then. And who knows? We will see what happens the rest of this year, because it's a brand new year.
So I assume you're visiting the naval cousin for that entire weekend, and just going to Comic-Con 2 days.
Yeah.
Okay.
So anyway.
So we could get together Friday, Saturday, but it's about an hour to 2 hours, depending on. We usually take the train down to San Diego, so
Yeah.
So it's an hour train ride and getting to the train station and stuff.
Yep.
But that's pretty convenient.
It really is. It beats trying to drive there or park there. The parking's insane. The amount of people that go to Comic-Con It doubles the population practically of the
Of San Diego, which
San
is
Diego.
which is a pretty big city to start with. So
So-
it's just insane.
Yeah.
All right.
You have a game. You could start.
So yeah, plans for the year. So we have a pretty crowded year. I thought it was empty.
It isn't
What are we doing in the
crowded.
spring? Oh, we're doing something. No, staying home for the spring, but
Right. We're getting a game out. That's what we were planning
Hotel
on.
costs during San Diego. Yes, the hotels all
Yes.
jack up their prices for Comic Con,
Yeah.
and the 1 year that we got
Not that they're cheap to begin with.
the one year we got an Airbnb was really exorbitant. That's the most expensive place we've ever stayed.
Yep. But we
there
were
were-
sharing it.
Yeah,
in
we were
theory.
supposedly sharing it, and the other people didn't show up, so we could have gotten a much less expensive one.
Yeah. And we certainly would have last time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, the main thing is you got to book your hotels like now or earlier to get
And
get a room.
Airbnb, yeah.
Even Airbnb, you should book now.
Yes. I haven't been to SCDCC for years. I would totally go this year. Now, it's expensive also to get in, and there's a limited number of places.
Yeah,
so
sounds
you're-
like so. Brainiac, is the ticket lottery over for SDCC? Is that what you're
Is it a
implying?
lottery, or is it just a
It's a race to.
race to the end?
I think it is kind of a lottery.
No, BlizzCon was, but long done now.
Long done. Okay.
But
San
the
Diego
good news is,
Comic-Con 20.
if you don't make it to getting the tickets to get into Comic-Con, you can just go down to San Diego and you will
Wander around the
wander
gas lamp
around.
quarter.
Yes, because you will see the costumes, you will see the displays. Yes. Holy smokes, you got to beg people to take your dollars for SCDA?
So I have
No,
this
they-
up because
no,
I
they-
typed in SA and it auto completed to San Diego Comic Con 2025. So it's apparently the last time I searched for SA. So I'll search for 2026 instead. There's the San Diego Comic Con unofficial blog
Well, that's not exactly the right one.
and homepage Comic Con.
Yeah.
Do.
Early bird hotel sale is on.
Yeah. Badges.
Badges prices. What's
Badge
the
prices?
prices are nowadays?
How to attend? I don't know.
You
It's
have
very confusing. Getting your badge. Register now.
badges or
Badge sales. All attendee badges for 2026 have been sold. Badge sales for 2027 will take place
Jesus.
this fall.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Lori and I are on a different track. We don't pay for our badges. And,
Right. We're guests, sort of. We're unacknowledged guests.
we're celebrities.
Yeah. I think the hotel lottery is done, but yes. Yeah, it's a good thing you didn't have to deal with the hotels, yes. Yeah.
So I will have to look that up later and make sure we
Yes.
actually have badges.
2009 was the last time I went to it. It was getting way too much for far too little. It is even more way too much than it was.
Well, the funny thing is that, I guess I should get back to camera. Funny thing is that what you're effectively paying for is the right to spend more money in the dealer's room.
Yes.
The dealer's room is incredible. It's just gigantic. It's the biggest store you've ever seen, and all developed to, or all devoted to fanish stuff, science fiction, fantasy, and comics. And
We don't usually make it to WonderCon.
Media.
We could. I mean, but it's we just haven't even thought about it. Even though we can get tickets there if we wanted to.
yeah,
It's sounding to sound like Disney theme parks, not affordable. Yes, it is like Disney theme parks, only more exclusive because you had to know in advance.
WonderCon 2026 is March 27 to 29. We
Yeah.
might be able to make it. I don't know if we can still get
I don't know.
passes
Yes.
to check. And that is in Anaheim.
Yeah, and MagFest is kind of getting the same way, that the popularity keeps rising, but the space is capped. Yeah, and that's a large space, too.
Anaheim is actually about the same distance from us as San Diego is. We're at the midpoint, So it's if we wanted to drive and find parking, then it's definitely drivable, and we can get there by public transportation
Not
in
easily
about
though.
in less than 2 hours.
Yeah, the crowds were already getting too big in 2009. Yeah.
So I was going to say our parallel is the Computer to Game Developers Conference. We went to the first few. We missed the first one, but we went to which was in Chris Crawford's living room. But we went to all the early CGDCs that were in hotels in San Jose, and we were living in San Jose at the time, so it was great.
No, we were living at Sierra. We
Oh,
would.
were we in Sierra by
Yeah,
then?
well, we were started. Yeah, because we weren't in the game industry until we were at Sierra.
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
I think we went before we were
Nope,
in the game
we
industry.
didn't because
No.
we weren't in the industry.
Okay.
And we commuted down there with Doug Herring.
Anyway, we went to 3 or 4 of them, and when they got too big, they were taken over by a commercial operation instead of being a fan operation, and ticket prices went from like $150 for the weekend, maybe 100, up to 1,000, 750 and up. And currently, I think they're $1,500 for a full ticket for them,
and
that's been too much for us for 10, 20 years.
ATM Machine says, I remember reporting CGW that Lori once had a debate with Ron Gilbert about the merits of death in adventure games. You are correct. Probably the year is probably correct too, but I can't tell you on that one.
It was in San Jose. I don't remember the name of the hotel. It might have been a Hilton. It was not at the Red Lion Inn that year.
Yeah. But yeah, I did have a debate with him, and I did not disagree with him. His points were excellent. An adventure game should, above all, be fun and as immersive as possible, and death does take you out of the game. So I did not disagree with that. But my point was that if you want true immersion in a game, you have to feel like there are stakes involved. This is not something you just put down. This should be an intense experience. And that's what the fear of death puts into the game.
And strangely enough, Ron was actually saying the same thing. He was saying that you want players to get totally immersed in the game, and not distracted by interfaces and stuff like that.
I agree with that.
And that if your character dies in the game and you have a pop-up that says restore, restart, quit, as in the Sierra games, that's an interface distraction. So he says basically that interface takes you out of the fantasy of the game. And that is why he did not like to have you die in the game, because it breaks immersion.
Yes, I would like you to know that Guybrush can die and return to Monkey Island. Not
I
easily.
misread that. I thought you were saying I would like to know how. Yes,
Yeah,
we know how.
in Return, that's a second.
Oh,
First
Return to
one,
Monkey.
yeah.
Oh, I don't know that.
No, I don't know that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, I believe I have died in Return to Monkey Island, actually. But in the original Secret of Monkey Island, it is possible to die. And it all has to do with the opening scene where the pirates ask Guybrush, what are your qualifications? He says, I can hold my breath for 10 minutes.
Yeah, well,
And
you're giving away a secret.
It's right there in the game.
Yeah,
and that is a Chekhov's gun.
Yeah.
That if you see a gun sitting in the nightstand, it had better be fired by before the end of the third act.
Yeah, the thing with the game convention, the GDC, is that they assumed that companies would pay for these people to go to them, and that was true for many, maybe a few companies, but
Some
any
companies for some
independents-
years.
Yeah, independents, no, and so eventually they killed the game. They killed the whole convention, really.
The problem is if it's too expensive for one person to go for $1,500, then how expensive is it for companies to send 10 people?
Yeah, and because what is the point of it? It was to learn how to do good gaming and things like that. It was really about the design, not about entertainment. And they charged like it was for entertainment, and that game companies were willing to spend the big bucks. And again, they were right for a while because all the big corporations bought out the game companies and they thought, this is the right way to do it. But then when they didn't make the profits.
Mind you, I think Comic-Con is over $100 a day, or like $500, $400 or $500 for all 5 days. So it's up there too, but not quite up to the level of GDC.
And the years of GDC when that money was what they were asking for, yeah.
All right.
All right. Brainiac says, if you know the secret death, you can figure out the return death. Okay, fine. The way to die in return is rather similar, just very determined. You have to be determined to do it, I guess. I think both computer companies' games have great immersions. Yeah, we really went out of our way to try to do it. Being able to die in Monkey Island is like as a punchline to that gag that starts. Yes, it is. That's why they allowed it to happen. It's because it is a fun thing. It is not it is a joke. It takes you out of the game, but it's all in good fun. And that's what we wanted to do with our deaths in our games, is that, yes, it takes you out of the game, but you either go, darn, I should have gotten that type of thing, or
you learn to save often.
Right, well, that we haven't learned yet.
All Sierra games, you got to save and save. And not on the same name. Don't replace your most recent save.
Okay.
I know the secret of dying.
All 4 days at Comic-Con
was... Plus preview night was just under 400.
Oh, that's not, not too bad considering what you're getting for it if you actually bothered to go get in lines for things and that. It is quite the experience.
So that is why they run out of tickets, is because they have not, made it all the traffic can bear.
Yeah.
If they made it for rich people only, then it'd probably be $2,000 to get in.
And you only have so many places. I mean, so much room, and it is packed to the gills. So what can you say? It is an experience, but it's not necessarily one you need to do. Thank you. Not Joey Jojo. Thank you for following us. Welcome to the stream. Yep. Yes. Well, and Belzar says, well, if that's for whole day entertainment each day, that's not bad. But then you have to factor in the hotel costs and the transportation. Yes, exactly.
So I was looking at Disneyland as California residents, we can get a special deal in the spring, the early part of the year for comes to $500 for the two of us for 3 days park swapper. And I mean, you can go back and forth between Disneyland and California Adventure, which sounds high, but not too bad. But high. Hotels, all the Disneyland hotels, all the official hotels are in the $800 to $1,000 range per night. And there are other hotels there, but they're like $300 or $400 and less convenient.
I can tell you that the train tickets during San Diego Comic-Con stay the same. So, yes, you can take the train for really cheap.
Yeah, train is very affordable. It's called the Coaster. It takes you from Oceanside down to San Diego.
And then you can catch the local trams and buses and things like that. Yeah. So, that as long as you're willing to take mass transit, you could really do it, and you don't have to live in San Diego or take the exorbitant hotels, as long as you're willing to, do a little commuting. So it isn't that bad. But Disneyland, that's horrible, really.
The 1 year, at least, Comic-Con arranged with the football stadium to allow parking there.
Yeah.
And you can take the light rail, the trolley from there.
They probably still let you do that, but it's a mess.
We used to park in the baseball stadium, which is very convenient to the convention, but that's not available anymore, I don't think.
Well, even if it is, you had to pay for it, and it sold out right away if you didn't get there early. So yeah. Food dining costs around.
No, they're not.
Not necessarily. No, there. I mean, a lot of places have Comic-Con deals and things like that. So,
No, it's in what's called the Gaslamp quarter of San Diego, and food is not cheap there.
but it's a mecca for dining
It
in
is.
that
It
area.
has some really good restaurants.
So that's got, well, depending upon the economics of any given year, because things come and go regularly. But there's generally so many places to pick to eat as long as you do some walking. Yeah.
Yeah, in the outside world, not just at Comic Con, I've been reading about. We've moved into a K-shaped economy, which is a little misleading, but it's really a less than sign. There's the people who are rich people are doing really well, and poor people are doing really badly, and there's almost nothing in between. So, restaurants and so on at Comic Con are all very affordable if you're well off, and you're at least upper middle class. And if you're not, you don't go to Comic Con.
Nope.
You don't go to Disneyland. It's probably time to turn the light back on, maybe.
All right, we can do that.
I don't know. I guess we're okay.
I mean, as long as you can see the screens.
It's going to
they don't
probably
need to-
get completely dark in about an hour. But
Well, we can handle that. Yeah,
it is only 2:42
yeah,
p.m.
but it
here.
is
So.
dark out. I mean,
It's a gloomy
very,
day.
Very. When it isn't raining, it's foggy. So yeah. All right. Well, we could play a game.
Off to-
we
off
have
to a game.
yacked about Comic Con and all odds and ends.
Used up my voice. So.
Of course. Yes. Let's see. Belthar says it's good to hear. I guess it's mostly the hotel costs that kill your wallet.
Yes.
If you're from out of state, I guess it's being strategic and finding accommodations with ready public transport access. Yes, and that isn't easy in Southern California. Usually, in LA area, it's impossible to do that. There's just so much space in LA, and there's very little transport that really works. So, yeah, we're just fortunate that we're have a pretty good train that does it. Brainiac, it's already dark there, but Greater Cincy about 5:45. But
Yep.
it should be dark by 4:30 still. It generally starts to get dark everywhere.
Cincinnati.
Yep. All right.
Alrighty, let's see where we are. I will go to the desktop and I will run a game.
Right. Our last things. What did we do last time? Because that was only
Last time is we spent most of it searching for a hat.
We did.
So we met Bonehead outside. I guess I'll go back to the webcam.
Yeah.
Last time in Quest for Glory,
We finally found the Baba Yaga's hut.
yes. So the time before last, we met the gnome who's lost his sense of humor and tells terrible jokes.
Or 2 weeks, 3 weeks before that. Maybe.
And he said that he had been cursed by Baba Yaga. So with the Leashy's help, we found the secret how to get to Baba Yaga's house through a magical bush that needed to be asked to move aside. And we got there, and we met Bonehead, who we had helped out in Quest for Glory 1 by giving him a magic gem, make one of his eyes glow. Well, now he wanted something to cover the top of his head, and we figured he probably needs a hat, but where do you get a hat? And we remembered where we had seen a hat in the game and found a way to get it. Spent pretty much all last session figuring out how to get it. Finally managed it. So we're ready to go back there and deal with the Ogress. Baba Yaga is not technically a witch in our game.
Well, she's not technically a witch in any game, but maybe
Any
in
story?
a game in the actual mythos / folk tales. She is not a witch. She is a force of nature, really.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a hat on the scarecrow, but you can't get it. Yeah, I know there should have
Then why couldn't you? I mean,
because
that
it
would
was
be
painted.
reasonable.
It was painted in the background, and so
I know,
therefore
but-
it was something that was put there before the game actually could work with.
And we run into continuity and consistency, things like that all the time in our games. We had a big fight with a fan over the fact that the text talking about the school tie in Hero Road Redemption said that the tie was yellow, but one of the characters who is a stickler for rules, Thomas, wore a blue tie. And that meant that obviously the school tie had to be blue. And we changed that, and we discovered that there was a painting of a student that had a yellow tie on it, and it was like, oh no, we can't. We just ended up with an inconsistency there.
Yeah, that's hard to be consistent, but it would be nice if you could have used an alternate path to get that hat.
And we angered a fan on that, but it's it's really sad, but it is so difficult to get everything perfect.
Yeah.
And the littlest things can take a long time to fix.
Yes, they can, and require much changes to art. So, at any rate, let's start this game.
Art and design and writing.
Yeah, everything's connected.
Okay, I have here a Quest for Glory 1 to 5.
Mm-hmm. You do.
I will say play.
And it starts.
Now I have to choose one. I guess we'll play the same one we did last time.
Yeah. Eventually.
And then it'll probably be too loud.
Well, that's okay.
Poof! That doesn't seem too loud to me, but...
This is a little loud, but this is...
Well, but it's actually still below our voices. I've got a cheap little speaker attached to my computer that I only use for these streams. We are getting really dark. Turn on the light, please.
This must be the most singular version of the Sierra logo. All the music in 4 is just so good. I love 5's music too. Yeah. I remember seeing an early preview shot of Quest for Glory 5 where the hero had long red hair and a ponytail, which is funny because ancient Greek apparently used the same word for blonde and red hair.
Oh, interesting. Like some cultures have the same word for blue and green.
Yeah. Let's see.
Most other versions I can think of being used, at least one game, but the one in Shadows maybe. Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, it was probably remastered.
It was designed to fit in with the movie. Okay, so I named my last save game to Baba Yaga, and that was just so that a week later I could remember. And that's a good idea for you in your adventure gaming, is to name your save games in a way that if you come back to the game 6 months later, you'll have a clue where you are.
Yes, it's a personal hint. All right, here we are. There's a hat in our inventory, obviously. Let's see.
Hat in the inventory? Oh, yes, so it is.
All right, let's see the time of day. Probably not a good idea to go to her place at night, though. I'll have to say, yes, it's daytime.
It's early evening.
Yes, plenty of time for mayhem and madness.
We could nap for an hour and then go see if the Domovoy's there.
We could. We could go see if
what else do we need?
Katrina can be flirted with. Although we were just there the other night. Hard to say how many nights.
How many events she has?
Yeah.
Nope.
But certainly more than we normally experience.
Oh, I'm run node.
After some rest, you feel better.
And actually, our stamina's up, so we didn't do much. All right. You check it.
My health could use a little work. Checking downstairs. Oh,
Yep,
it was
it's
here.
still too early evening, and I don't think there's...
Wave.
You unlock the door.
Yep.
Go back to bed.
Yep.
Still has some health to recover. Do, 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 do.
After some rest,
You feel better. Getting close to midnight.
Nah, they're all...
Why are they still doing up
Because
this
they
late?
have nothing better to do with their lives than to stay up late at a bar.
Did we eat dinner there? Probably.
Probably.
you unlock the door.
Also, the ancient Greeks were famous for their long hair, since Homer frequently calls them the long-haired...
You are
Achaeans.
exhausted.
Oh, we're exhausted from lack of sleep, which we know really means it's midnight
It's midnight, and therefore it's the witching hour.
at the oasis.
No Dormovoy.
No Domovoy after all that work.
Yeah.
You unlock the...
All right, do we need to sneak out for anything?
I said we could see if Katrina's around.
All right.
And
Expect
then
her to
we
be?
could- No, I don't. But I don't know. I don't know what triggers her events. Besides, we had the night is young. Our health is high. We could go out and try not to get killed.
Ooh,
I know it's a concept.
we could sleep here, but I think
Ancient
we're supposed
Greeks
to.
are also
Massive gate
known
to this town is...
for being fashionable. I once read that after the Battle of Thermopylae, in the battlefield was littered with casual ties.
What? Okay.
Well, okay.
Those are the sort you have with people that you've
So it's kind of funny that at some point
Met outside
early in
work.
Quest for Glory 5 development, the hero had long red hair. Probably got corrected pretty quickly, though. Yeah, it probably was a stand-in thing, because the early designs were off this.
yeah, and we were doing art experimentation.
Oh yeah.
So we had the original mock-ups, and then we had the voxel system, and eventually ended up with a traditional 3D engine.
Well, it is interesting. Okay, she's not here today. We'll not have her interrupted by that.
The heavy gate blocks access to the castle.
Those slavering necrotars are completely unreadable in
Yes,
this
and they're
picture.
not in a good position. It's like,
No,
who
it's-
staged this thing? Now, that's the problem, is that the staging of these scenes was entirely up to the programmer rather than the artist.
Well, okay, so it was supposed to be a collaboration between the programmers and the artists. The problem is that starting with Quest for Glory 2, they started putting the programmers and artists in different parts of the building, and that communication got more difficult. So the artists would give programmers some things like the animation or the figures for the necrotars with no instructions
yeah.
or very few instructions, and the programmers had to try to figure out what to do with
Basically,
it.
it was off my script that said there are necrotars behind the gate. And therefore, it was up to the programmer to say where they were going to go. And as a result, it looks like it should have been restaged.
I'm losing
These slip...
I'm losing stamina rapidly. I'm guessing
You are.
is that for being up past midnight?
Could be.
Everything I do hurts.
Could be. You're not hurting yet.
Yeah, but it's dropped
I know, it has dropped a lot.
20%.
Yeah. Interesting. Well, it's an effort to go around sneaking and staying.
Oh, I should have been stealth.
Yeah, I think.
All right, so let's do what the game wants us to do. Sigh. Go to
Yes,
bed.
there are a couple of pre-release demos that still use the voxel models. Yes.
You awaken to find the Domovoy in your room.
Oh,
No.
Other needs help. Help Funny Man be funny, you should. Talk to Funny Man. Talk to Lisi. Maybe even talk to Ogres, too. That hero business. That's your job, okay?
You all right? Yep, he disappeared.
No one's...
yeah. See, he didn't. He waited till we fell asleep, and then he came in to wake us up. How dare he?
I think actually it was like before we even fell asleep.
You awaken with...
Hey, look, our health and stamina are better.
Yeah, that's good. So yes, why exactly did voxels get dropped from Quest for Glory 5? Because they were unviable.
Well, the lead programmer did a demonstration of the game for management, and had one of the scenes in town, and everything was working fine. And then the programming director took the hero and moved him down by the canal into the extreme foreground of the scene.
Moved hero to come down to the bottom of the screen.
And the programmer hadn't tried that, and the frame rate went down to 2 frames per second.
I had no idea that Tomovoid
Nothing
comes
like a
to
good
your room.
breakfast
Well,
to get you off to a
you
good
never know
start
what
in
you'll
life.
find. We didn't know it
Especially when
either.
everything's...
Yes, one of the demos in question was included on the Quest for Glory 5 soundtrack
Yes.
CD. Yes, and that one does have, it's one of the early ones with, there's nothing there we haven't asked again about.
Tate Not New.
All right, so yes, it was everything was going to, all the characters were going to be voxels, and the 3D
Get a
backgrounds and everything was going to be huge. I mean, the models were huge and everything because voxel's so efficient as a
medium.
medium, yeah.
Yeah, that basically the 3D art was turned into, pixels for the voxels. They're volume pixels. And as a result, the degree of detail the artists put in the number of polygons they use doesn't matter. So they had art that had, 5,000 polygons and stuff.
Yes, and it was complicated. It looked great. The voxel art was really much better than what we wound up with. But there are many things that went on with that. Okay, let's see. We got more intelligent.
Intelligence and vitality and communication all went up.
Our score's gone up. And we are at max out. So, Steely
Maxed out
Dan.
climbing.
Yeah.
Good at climbing, not much else.
Yeah, so when you want to drag out your Quest for Glory 5 games, yes, you will see that you have...
The days are getting cooler and shorter. Winter is approaching.
So we invented that phrase that...
Winter is coming.
Yes. We just phrased it slightly differently.
Yeah.
Hi, Dimitri.
Good to see you.
Yes, we were planning on all along to be able to do this as a multiplayer game, which was the original reason why they were going to make Quest for Glory 5. And that's what I got dragged back into the company to do. But as we kept doing it, it was less and less viable at that point in time with the technologies that were out there to do it as a multiplayer game. And so I just kept turning it more and more solo as it went on until we realized we'll never get the multiplayer growing.
Yeah, and it's also that Lori knew how to do a single
I knew
player
how
game.
to do a multiplayer game. I knew what I was doing,
ideas.
but the technology never was there for it.
And the technology wasn't there for the voxels either. So if you had fast forwarded 20 years, maybe even 10, and the game had come out in 2008 instead of 1998, I think we could have had the voxels actually working because the computers were, 100 times faster by then.
Yeah, but voxels died, and it wasn't just us. Everybody who used voxels gave up on it. And so there had to be a technological problem with it, and they never came back. So, yeah. Is it true that the bedroom above the dead parrot was supposed to be part of the multiplayer game? I don't think so at that point.
You're giving away all the Quest for Glory 5 secrets.
Yeah, really. It wasn't supposed to be. The multiplayer game really was getting slid off to the side more and more as we did it. But certainly the main combat areas and the arena, and that was going to be...
So why did the pits in the gladiator?
Oh, you think Minecraft uses voxels? Well, that's interesting. I did not know that. So, but you can see how Minecraft works and looks to this day. So, yeah. There are programs that are designed to restore at least some of the functionality of playing as Elsa or Magnum to the game. It's nice to use the magic bow and arrows properly as the ornate shield and notched spear. Well, I'm glad that they actually got that part working. Why did the pits in the gladiator arena get removed? I have no clue about that. Yeah. Let's see. Deladria says it's not voxel, it's polygonal rendering. Yeah, well.
Oh, pre-rendered maybe?
No, because it's not. Who knows?
So I worked for a company called Accolade for a year, just before Quest for Glory 5, and we were working on a project that was a god game that had dozens of characters on the screen at any time. And they had an in-house 3D engine, just as Sarah made the same mistake with in Quest for Glory 5, and it couldn't keep up. It was too slow. So I said, oh, well, that's fine. Let's just pre-render all these characters. And then I started sitting down with a calculator and doing the numbers. and for like you could have, say, 10 different character designs on the screen at a time, and each one of them had to be able to walk in 8 directions. Was the way we did it back then for pre-rendered, and it was high resolution. By the time I multiplied it all out, it would not have fit on the biggest hard disks at the time.
Yep. Did the release of the Realm Online maybe discourage them from going that way with Quest for Glory 5? Actually, it's entirely the opposite. They had the Realm engine, and this was after Sierra was broken up and most people moved up north. But what was left there was, the little division that became
Yosemite Entertainment.
They only had what was the dregs left of Sierra's
intellectual property.
Yes,
yeah.
That's the right
And
term.
the realm was the big ticket they had.
Yeah.
Without the realm, we would not have been called in to meet with them,
Right.
and there would not have been a Quest
Right,
for Glory
because
5.
they wanted to turn the Realm into Quest for Glory 5 online.
World of Quest for Glory.
Yes. And so, therefore, we were called back, and things changed. Let's just put it that way. When they brought me there, and we figured out what they had, it wasn't going to work. We could not shoehorn Quest for Glory into the Realm, even though that was the initial thought.
Or possibly that was the second time I made a mistake talking to management, and instead of saying, you don't have the facility we need to be able to put content in the game, I should have said, we'll find a way. Because that was several years earlier when they canceled the Quest for Glory 5 project. It was partially because I said, basically, we can't do it for the budget they were offering us.
All right. So we got people call Minecraft voxels due to the misunderstanding and some misleading marketing. Aha. Minecraft knows what cubes are, where their points are in a way, but that is then rendered with polygons in a hyper-optimized way, and that's what it is. So, first time chat from Crenzo. Yes, hi, Lord Corey.
Hi, Crenzo.
We just
Welcome.
found your stream. Thank you for the wonderful memories from playing your wonderful games. Well, thank you for joining us. We're thrilled.
You are welcome. I'm going to ask this Burgermeister about the Dark One.
Okay.
I have not spoken of it before, because I know so little. Still, it is very bad luck to speak of it, and the memories of Mordavia are deep. They worshipped it in the monastery, that much I know. The members of the monastery stayed mostly within its walls, but the townspeople feared them.
We're good, Risa.
They said the followers were all like madmen, concealed in robes and speaking in whispers.
I've known people like that.
Then one day they were all gone. We heard of the fighting down by the Dark One's cave, of course. No one returned here except for my grandfather. He brought his staff here and said Irana was dead.
What happened to him?
That is all I know of the matter. I am sorry if I cannot help you more. Be careful and good luck.
That sounds pretty scary. I guess you can't ask about his
He
grandfather.
doesn't talk about rumors. So.
The town is quiet now.
Yep.
Burgermeister?
I am well.
Okay.
Yeah,
already.
Yeah,
Let's politely say goodbye.
because
Take
it's good
care.
for communication skills. Yes.
How are we doing on healing potions?
Joseph says, I'm glad we got Quest for Glory 5, though. Not all Sierra games got to have a conclusion. It would feel bad exporting your character in 4 with no place to go. I can't tell you. This release of this game was such an incredible mess. It was
5? Or this
4.
one? 4.
It
Yeah.
was a terrible thing when they first released it, and it was such a mess. Nobody could play it. Terribly disappointing, because this was this was going to be the magnum opus, but there was always going to be a game number 5 to bring all the threads, all the Chekhov guns and things
But
together.
Lori solved
again.
that by making Magnum Opus a character in Quest for Glory 5.
Ah, okay. So, yes, you can still export at the end of Dragonfire, because we thought at that point we were going to have
Expansion packs.
packs. So, yeah. But
Am
no,
I just
this
running
was
straight to Alicia and then Baba
yeah,
Yaga?
probably. This was just terrible experience. After all the making of this game was really very was fun. It was a great team. The art was beautiful. The programming team was
Talented. Yeah.
talented. Yes, I'll go with that. But we have a combat system that is extremely sophisticated for the era, and I had every reason to be proud of it, except for the fact it was totally unplayable and it looked like a mess. I mean, that you couldn't get anywhere without crashing and that. And then okay, so this was a relief that they said they'd redo it and get the voices in, which after that downer, it's exciting and a high. So that was great. And then we got fired. So it's like,
Well, we got fired along with half the company.
yes, but we had a contract for 3 games, of which we had done 2 on them, so we still had another game.
We had
on the
another game
contract.
on the contract.
And they just broke the contract and sent us on our merry way. So I never thought I'd be able to do 5. Yep.
This might have been the first game.
How
on
did
it.
you come up with the combat system? Well, this one we really did want to do something similar to Street Fighter, because that's such a fun game, and at least the original.
Yeah, Street
versions.
Fighter 2 was the inspiration.
But we also didn't want players who don't want to have a Twitch game in their adventure game to be able to play it too. So the idea of having fuzzy logic for combat was
Yeah, I had been
Corey.
reading about fuzzy logic. Sounded like something I really wanted to try using in a game somewhere. And I got into a conversation with the programmer, Henry Yu, and he said, "Oh, fuzzy logic? Yeah, I can do that." And he did, which is really amazing given the limitations of
Right.
SCI.
so you can do that auto combat, and if we could ever figure out how to get it
in
done
a
here.
tiny amount of memory.
I guess here we have, here's probably where you set your combat. It's got a sign there for arcade.
Yep.
Can you undo arcade?
Yeah.
Unselect it? Strategy. Now we will not be doing the arcade game.
Oh, okay. Strategy mode.
Yes.
So we can see how the strategy works. But I was going to say, so where did we get the seeming contradiction between having very talented programmers, but also having a very buggy game? And that has to do with the fact that this was my first game on which I was a full-time... Oh, we got a raid coming in. Welcome, Jerry Curl 667 and the
Yes.
raiding party.
Yeah. Welcome. Join
I'm Corey
us.
Cole. This is Laurie Cole. We're the co-designers of this game that we're playing, Quest for Glory 4, Shadows of Darkness.
Hey, welcome. Yes, Faye Valentine. Very,
So, what's going on here? Why was the game buggy? It was because this was my first time with Laurie as...
Jerry was just playing this. Wow.
Can I finish?
Yay. No, we've got people coming in. We're going to say
I know, but I'm saying trying to talk to all these people.
I know.
This is our first time working together with me as a full-time co-designer, and that basically means that we created about 50% more
But
content
honestly,
than any
that
of the previous
isn't
games.
it. It wasn't that much bigger, but what was the time got so constrained and so short for having to program this highly complicated game that they didn't have time, and it came right down to the deadline, and nobody tested the game till the last possible
One of
minute.
the big strengths Sierra had was having a completely separate systems team that just worked on SCI and the audio systems and the visual systems and so on. And then they had the individual game teams that worked just on content. This was where it broke down. The year we were doing Quest for Glory 2, the systems team was trying to make the system a lot more sophisticated and powerful. And they were doing a complete rewrite of, they called it SCI 1 or something like that, instead of SCI 0. And they did not have a working system for the programmers to work with.
So yeah, so for the first few months of development that
Yeah,
should have been programmed was not. So everything got crunched. Everybody was on overtime. They were on overtime for 4 months. And then it was QA'd for 1 week. So
Yeah, I mentioned earlier that in order to get a game out for Christmas, the game needed to really be done in August. Well, it came to June, July, maybe even August, and the systems team was still working on the system.
yes.
So they really started working on the game about the time they should have finished.
Yeah.
And it's a miracle they did anything at all.
Yeah, so yes, happy January Rhys Davies month. Yes, happy January.
January.
Yes,
Happy January.
because he is the narrator. Yes.
And he used a British accent for his
That's
narration.
his normal accent. That's his voice. He didn't put any accent there. So yeah. That's his real speaking voice. That's why he always sounds like
Except that John Rhys Davies is a very talented actor, and
Yes.
he could have spoken a
He
pure
could have, but
he did, in fact, occasionally speak in a pure American accent.
yes, he can do that. Yes.
So, we got a voice acting.
Just a great character voice. I mean, we wanted that voice. It was the happy thing. No better for it. His best role. Okay, yes. Well,
I can argue with that, but it's certainly his biggest role.
the only other voice actor I was really sorry was that
Tim Curry?
I didn't get Tim Curry, because I would have loved to have Tim Curry.
It would
on
have been
it.
great, too.
But no, he wasn't appropriate for this game. Yes, there is no better than
So, we should get back to the game. I am here with these bushes, and one of them is shaking, so I need to click my hand cursor, and the hero will walk over to it and interact with it, and it vanishes. Oh,
I remember him as Paladin in the Wing Commander series. Yes,
ah,
we didn't actually play that one. I don't think we played the one that Ellen Guan worked on, who had been working for Sierra and then went to work for Wing Commander.
yeah, she was on one of the expansion packs
Yeah,
for Wing Commander 2, I think.
yeah, I thought it was.
Ah, here's the Lishi, and I can't...
10 and 12 make 22. This killer plant will crawl to you. Hungry, hunting, seeking food. A berry bush with an attitude?
Now, we actually solved this one in advance.
Oh, speak fast.
I couldn't because the Lishi was in front of me. Say goodbye.
You say goodbye to the creep.
Okay, yeah, we haven't.
Yeah, we actually, I think, already have been to the berry bush she's talking about. Okay, the question is, how do we get to Baba Yaga's hut? I guess we figured it out earlier.
Yeah, I don't.
She's way in the southeast corner.
Yeah. Wing Commander is great, and I always felt sad where its story cuts off. Yes, well, it was one of the first real games to action-packed games that really had meaningful story and meaningful characters that people actually fell in love with.
And we learn, game design lessons from everything. Oop.
We're in strategy mode, so we'll have to see how this plays. Well, we
Again.
do really well.
So this is apparently the way we're supposed to play it in Twitch mode and arcade mode. Okay, and to close in a little closer. So we threw a bunch of daggers at him. I didn't know we had that many daggers
I
we
didn't
could throw.
either.
We better not lose this because we'll lose all those daggers. So this is the first time in the stream that we've been in strategy mode.
Yeah, since we've been playing.
Now, if
this
you're
game.
playing as a wizard, you can actually say how much magic you're going to use. In here, we're able to set how aggressive we're going to be, how much defense to use. Come on, strike him, hero. We call this a strategy mode. Okay, we lost more than half our health, so I don't think the strategy mode did better than I did.
Searching for the fallen beast, you find nothing of value. Unless you were planning to start a flea circus.
Yes.
What a waste.
All right.
So before that distraction,
Yes.
I guess that was an Necrotar, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the monster that's behind the gate. I'm going to use a healing potion.
I played Ripper last night. John was just a cameo, but an amazing cast besides. Voice actors are amazing. It is wonderful to work with them. I
Yeah.
feel Necrotars are the most difficult regular enemy. That's interesting.
Probably true.
And Jerry Curl says, I'm doing my first wizard, thief and warrior done. Ah, yeah, it should feel very differently.
We are a thief in this game. Our name is, the character sheet, Steely Dan, as in stealing things.
Yes.
Our health and stamina are the only things that have changed since last time we were here.
Yep.
So we're on topics going divergent ways. I was saying we were learning a lot about making games from other people we talk to that are game developers. So Ellen Beeman, Ellen Guan at the time, was a friend of ours, and she told us stories when she went over to Origin Systems and worked on the Wing Commander expansions. About there is a minor character in there who is your wingman, and who I believe dies a tragic death in it. And people were just devastated by that. They said, I was in love with this character, and it's so sad, and I really wanted to know more about her story. Well, it turns out this character they were in love with had like 4 lines in the entire game. It was a really minor character, but people remember their version of it. So we found that basically if you do a lot of randomized stuff, people don't really notice. There's a hawk sitting there looking at us.
Yeah.
Hungry hunting hawk alertly searches for signs of game not already claimed by the forest monsters.
And if you instead have everything pre-programmed in a set way that's interesting, people will complain about the random numbers.
No, that isn't the lesson from that. The real lesson is it doesn't take much for the players actually put things into the game as they play. It is an interactive experience that the players are part of it. You can't feed the hawk in this.
No, it's just dungeon dressing.
And who is responsible for the sense of humor in the Quest for Glory games? It's the best. We'll have to say that the reason we have that humor, there's twofold. One, because we had a great programmer for the first game. That was Bob Fishbach, who loved to put in the puns and things like that, which set the tone. But also the fact that we had an artist that made everything look very cartoony initially. And so that set a tone that you don't want to try to play off Yeah,
Sierra largely tried to hire from the local community. And so we had a number of amateurs working on the game. By the time we were up to Quest for Glory 2 and 3 period, they were hiring anybody they could find. So the receptionist became an artist and so on.
Yeah.
And so we had an artist who, was a perfectly fine high school artist that they grabbed and gave us as one of our two initial artists. Jeff Crow
was Mark's brother.
He was Mark Crow's younger brother.
Yes. He
and
was
Mark
hired
Crow,
because he was a younger brother.
Oh, I wasn't going to mention names. But anyway, Mark Crow, fabulous artist. He was the co-designer and lead artist of the Space Quest series. His younger brother, Jeff, eventually became a very good artist. But he was just, basically straight out of high school when we got him.
Yep.
So he had not had, he didn't go to
That was his style. He did cartoon. And so because we had a cartoon design,
we said, we'll adopt to that.
We adopted the game to be the flavor of what we were getting. And so, and of course, once we started putting humor into it, that just cascaded. So Baba Yaga became more humorous when we actually got around to writing her and things like that, because it all is a synergy of what you get and what you can work with.
And the other reason for the humor in the games is that I'm an inveterate punster. I used to have a button that said incorrigible punster, do not encourage. So as soon as Bob gave us the first pun on making a joke about a tree that you click on, I said, we can put puns in the game?
And so, yes, we have taken it and ran with it ever since. And let's see. You will find the wizard is the most adventure gamey class, I think. The spells are kind of like a second inventory for puzzle solving. That's the way we looked at it when we were designing it, is to think of the each spell as being a way of handling something, to do something.
And Seagull asked what was the tree pun. I don't remember precisely, but trees are one of are very fertile ground for puns.
Yes,
You can make
leave
jokes
me
about
alone.
leaves and branches
Yes, and,
trunk and roots.
Yeah, so we can come up with a dozen. Yes. Well, I don't remember either. It has
me stumped.
Yes, exactly. Okay, so we came to a bush.
And we have been here before. We know how to get by it, but let's, for the sake of our new people, let us change the eye cursor and look at this bush.
These bushes look as though someone planted them here deliberately.
Watson, puns
And
and
if we were
glory
a
for sure.
wizard, we would cast Detect Magic and discover it's a magical bush. But instead, we will interact with them.
The bush won't budge. It's almost as if it were welded to the spot by magic.
This is not the one that has the poisonous stuff.
Good thing.
Yeah.
Well,
Because we've died to the
let's
poisonous
ask the
one.
book a
The
question.
bush doesn't seem to have much to say to you. Perhaps that's because you haven't been properly introduced.
Well, can I greet it? Introduce yourself.
You may be brave, but
You
this
provide
rock
the
is
area
boulder.
foliage with a long-winded introduction and description of the task.
I see.
You'd almost swear you heard the trees yawn. But it must just be the wind in the bushes.
That's how I met Lori, who was telling her all about myself.
Could you imagine that, saying those lines cold? So well done there.
He's so good. All right. Tell Bush to grow and prosper. Sort of like live long and prosper, I guess.
Yes, yes.
Nope. The bush thinks it's growing just fine, something like that. I can make the thief sign to the bush.
Adopt the traditional thief sign position. Wiggling the fingers of your right hand and rubbing your belly with your left hand.
Oh, belly.
No one seems particularly impressed.
How sad.
Now, the reason we have a magic phrase, this was all... so our first games were text parser. You typed in commands. By the time we're up to Quest for Glory 4, it was entirely point and click. So we came up with the idea of making the dialogue conditional. Say magic phrase is only in that dialogue because we had an interaction with the Lishi earlier, and the Lishi taught us the magic phrase, which was something about disappear. And when you say that magic phrase, the bush...
As you repeat the magic phrase you learned
Speaking
from the
of-
Lishi,
I just wasted your
bushes
time
on
by
the
saying
west
that.
spring apart as if by magic.
Because we told you so, yes.
Oh, that's right. It is magic.
Yeah. All right. Tree puns are okay, but they're usually more bark than bite.
Ah,
And Jerry Curl says, they
and
are
I think they're really going out on a limb
okay
with that
with
one.
me. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, I mean with me. All right.
So, we've been here previously.
Tree puns, pine by me.
So, have you got an excuse for being here, or have you just come to keep me company, or what?
Little ad lib there. I have in
Nice
my
garden
inventory.
decor. Yeah.
I have a doll. I could give it a doll to play with.
I don't think it cares about that and won't have a good response.
What about the raven?
I don't think it wants
Why
to.
do we have a raven? Why did we get the raven?
Because
out of the
we
monastery.
stole it.
Oh, the
Yes.
blackbird.
Yeah.
Sculpture of a black falcon brings back memories of your wonderful quote-fication, unquote, in Rassir. Wasn't there one in Spielberg, too? And one in the Bazaar in Tarna? Too bad this is just a cheap plaster imitation. Where, you wonder, is the real blackbird? All the reference back to the movie The Maltese Falcon. I got a lot of inventory, but I don't see a hat. Oh, there it is. Hey, Bonehead, would you like a hat?
Eh, not bad at all. I can tell by the reflections in your eyes that it gives me character, makes me look mysterious and handsome.
And old.
Hey, all right, you guys, this guy's okay by me. You can let him through.
Because otherwise, well, we should save anyway.
Yeah, it would be a good idea.
Should I overwrite the last one?
Yeah.
That I said don't do that?
Yeah.
Okay. Never do this. To Baba Yaga.
It's always a bad idea.
Because if you discover that you're a dead man walking, because you missed something in the game.
Bonehead looks a bit kingly now with his crown of straw hat.
3 skulls sit on posts in a line. Maybe they're Baba Yaga's stooges.
A bit kingly. Well, maybe. Uh-oh. Hut moves out of the way.
It doesn't like you very much, I guess. Probably blames you for having to fly all the way from Spielberg. Maybe you could find something to win the bird-brained Hut over and calm it down.
Well, I guess I don't think I have anything like that. Except maybe I do, because I think... Corn. Birds like corn. Yeah. Huddy, huddy. Now, apparently I've stripped all the kernels
Yeah,
off it.
apparently you got a lot of corn with that corn. Oh yeah, like in Quest for Glory 5, where you have to get the goo from the Hydra Island to make the airplane.
Strangely
A balloon,
familiar,
rather.
scratchy voice shouts, "Now!"
Now, I'm in.
It's very slowly now.
Now this is, well, especially if I'm pausing the action
Yes.
by moving the menu. This is what Sierra called hands-off mode. All of my things are grayed out. Can't use any of the commands right now because it's a set animation sequence.
Spirits of the frigid north, spin the water, draw it forth. Frosty spirits, summon twice, turn the water
Into ice.
Yep.
You find yourself trapped in ice.
Come for a little visit, are we? A little chat, perhaps? We remember the last time you came for a little visit, don't we, kids?
So now I would need to
You
talk to her.
turned me into a frog, didn't you? Ah, thought I wouldn't remember you. You thought to yourself, let's just visit Baba Yaga and see what we can turn her into today. Well, you thought wrong, kiddo. Well, now you're here and all trapped like a fly in a web. Just looking at you reminds me of lunch.
Secret. Everything
So,
reminds her of
what'll
lunch.
it be, kids? Hero sandwiches or hero on the half shell? Seeing as he is already frozen, we could just settle for a little ice cream sundae with a whipped cream and nuts.
What would she use for nuts?
Oh, good. We'll just skip the main course and go straight to dessert. Any last words from the soon-to-be supper?
Maybe I can talk. Tell about.
No, you
Say
can
hello.
say hello.
You want those to be your last words? Oh,
It probably will be. Say last words. Tell about Gnome.
You tell about Mr. Bones the Gnome and the reason you came here.
so you come here to help the jester get back his jokes, huh? How fitting. He made a fool out of me because you made a frog out of me. And now I'll make food out of thee. Just desserts, after all.
Yeah.
So now we can all have our favorite treat to eat. Isn't that right, kids?
So she said last words.
I don't see spider. I see the bat.
Ask about. Get no. Hut. No.
You
Oh,
kind
yeah.
of want to ask them all if you can ask them.
Since I last saw you, I traveled a bit until I landed here. Hut and all. Not a bad place to live. Nice swamp, lovely night, secluded location. We do like our privacy. But we love to have guests for dinner. So nice of you to drop in. East, west. Hut's a mess. It suits me. I'm not fond of 20 questions. It upsets my digestion.
That actress had a
We
great time.
could
She
be in
sounds
trouble.
like it.
You'd rather have pie. What? Pie?
Did I scream?
Oh, elderberry pie. It's
Spelled
true we
like
haven't
berry.
had that for a long while. But I can't very well make one now. I don't have any of the ingredients. Oh, poo, poo, poo. Now that you mention it, I'd really like some elderberry pie, with or without ice cream. You're right. He did bring us a mandrake, didn't he? And it made such a lovely mousse.
She's talking to the bat and the rats and the spiders.
But it
Yeah, but I
means no
can't see the
ice
spider. I can
cream
see
for
the bat.
now. So, Mr. Tender Morsel, I'll give you another chance. Bring me some fresh elderberry pie, and I won't have you for dessert. Agreed? Good.
Vigorously, you nod your head in agreement.
Except you can't.
Good. Bring us some fresh elderberry pie, or we'll just settle for Adam's apple pie and minced meat instead.
He's such a sweetie. But it's all about food.
We'll recycle this ice around this fool for iced me later. Hero Lout, now get out.
Crunch.
Well, what have we here? Back in one piece? I sure never expected to see you outside of a quiche again.
Ask about elderberry pie.
She didn't give you the recipe. All right, let's see. You'll need a pie pan for starch.
Pie
You'll
pan?
need bone meal for a crust, brew goo for flavoring, and elderberry berries, of course.
All right. So the joke with elderberry pie is that one of the great restaurants,
The gourmet restaurant in Oakhurst.
the only gourmet restaurant in Oakhurst at that time, was the Elderberry House, which the owner of the Elderberry House had been involved with Ken and Roberta. I know there was some financial dealings.
Yeah,
and
Ken
things
was
like
one
that.
of the major investors in Ernest Elderberry House, and as a result, they got teeth free there, or at least discounts. One time when they did a big investor meeting, they brought all the investors there for dinner and stuff like that.
Yes, so that was the Elderberry House. So we made the joke Elderberry. So Bury, yeah.
Elderberry
Yes.
Brewery.
And yes, the actress was Sue Silo, the voice for Olga, and a certain familiar.
I thought she sounded a little like Olga.
Yes, she sounds a lot like her, but I would have pitched her a little differently. But I was not the actress.
Bone meal.
Well, it won't be on the shelf with the flour and cornmeal. You'll probably need to make it yourself. Get some bones and grind them. Hey, don't look at me like that. Baba wouldn't like it if you used bones.
Oh.
Currently, but a bone meal, if you know what I mean.
In other words, don't use
Yes,
bonehead
yes.
for the bone meal.
Yeah.
Madam Cousinu from Gabriel Knight. Wow, she has more range than I knew. All those voice actors, they're just incredible. Oh, I was going to say that also, when you go to Comic-Con or any of the major media conventions, some of the most popular panels are the voice actor panels.
And there's a reason for it. I always would go to the panels. I went and saw some of the best voice actors of all times at some of these things, and so it's always great fun to do that.
Which partly depends on how good the moderator is. If they're a bad moderator, they keep asking them questions. But if they're a good moderator, they get them to read lines.
There is an absolutely great World of Warcraft video out there from BlizzCon several years ago that they actually brought on their voice
acting
actors
cast, yeah.
from Battle for Azeroth, where they had some of the best characters, like they had Wam Samdi, and you get to hear these voice actors put on those voices, and it's magic. That is another piece of magic that really makes a game. All right, ask about Pie Pan.
How should I know how you get a pie pan? You're the one with the skull still stuffed with brains. Use them!
Well, we know how to get a pie pan.
Yeah.
That's the stuff
Grugu.
that leaks out of the Dark One's cave. It's kind of like molasses gone bad. Really bad.
And then elderberry berries.
You'll need to pick them right off the elderberry bush. Careful or you'll make it cry. There's nothing worse than elderberry wines.
Elderberry wine is a kind of wine, so.
So Shameen and Shiva,
Elderberry House grew elderberries all over the grounds there and used their own
they
elderberries.
didn't really. It's not a elderberry is really difficult.
I thought they grew them there. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, Corey, they
If-
can't. They're not commercially thing. There may have been elderberry bushes on the property, but they didn't act.
If Shameen and Shima were voice acted, I wonder who would have been picked. Cheese with wine?
Yes.
No, not Baba Yaga.
Boy, I can't believe she didn't eat you. I guess the sweet tooth is bothering her again. Fortunately for you, she didn't get a yearning for sweet breads instead.
Enough already. Okay, well, right over there.
Skulls line the pathway to a most peculiar chicken-legged hut. There can't be many like it. This must be Baba Yaga's hut, last seen in Spielberg.
The problem
The
is
kid
that
comes
I
to
didn't
mind.
click on the hut.
Yeah.
I
Well.
clicked over here on the mortar.
Oh. Click.
It looks like a huge butter churn, or maybe a frontier pharmacist's mortar. There's a pestle, or could it be a butter
Pestle.
vat in it?
Pestle. I think it's a
He
pestle.
puts he put a pestle.
Okay, a pestle. Maybe that's the British pronunciation. Anyway, in the stories, Baba Yaga flew around in. Was it a butter churn?
A mortar and pestle.
Mortar and pestle.
Yeah.
So that that'll be a way we can grind our bone meal. We just have to find some bones to grind.
Yeah, Eartha Kitt wouldn't be my first choice for voice. I mean, she was so perfect in The Emperor's New Groove. Her voice is was very distinctive and wonderful. But Shima, I'd want something sweeter and softer. But
All right.
having Shima played by somebody named Kit would be funny on its own. There is no doubt about it. What are you looking for?
I'm just seeing what we have.
I don't see a pie pan. Oh, there it is. Yes, we have the pie pan.
Right? Is that a pie pan?
Yeah.
It's either that or a bedpan. Okay, we have some berries. Elderberry berries.
Oh my God.
We have some ugly red berries. We nearly died getting them. I probably didn't do it the right way.
No, you didn't because you
But-
didn't need them, but that's okay.
Well, I mean, the way I did it too. What's this thing? This is the Undead Amulet. Palace of the Living Undead. Useful. There's a broom. We don't need that for elderberry pie. Let's see. We got any bones? No.
No bones.
What's that list? There's the blood ritual. It contains a single bright drop of blood at the top. The rest is written in characters that seem to shimmer and shift, so you can't focus on them. Which would be pretty much any writing to me, because
Eartha Kitt was one of the most beloved portrayers of Catwomen, and she could pull off a purr with no problem at all. I agree, Rich. It dates us all to say that Eartha Kitt was awesome as Catwoman, but we watched that dorky dumb show as a kid, and sure enough, Eartha was awesome.
all about her voice.
I mean, the other Catwomen, the women that they chose for that role were actually fun too. But you know, once you got Eartha Kitt, you know, anybody else was disappointing.
I've forgotten the recipe by now, so let me get that again.
She didn't give you the
We
recipe.
need the bone meal.
Bone meal.
Good
Grugu. Okay, we don't have any grugu.
No, we have to go get some Grugu.
I believe we had some when we gave it to Dr. Cranium.
Yeah, so we need to go get some more.
So that's always an interesting question when you're putting together, if we were putting together a pure adventure game, generally most items are one use. Because this is a role-playing adventure game, we like to think of solving problems rather than puzzles. And you solve problems by using whatever means you have available. So one of the ways to do that is by allowing the same item to be used for multiple things.
Right, so it isn't a one-use, you know, one waste of time item.
And we tried to massively overuse the fishing pole, and Shannara and Bob Bates said, you can't use it for it. You've already used it. So we used it twice, I think. So,
But it was a philosophy thing. It's like, you know, we believed in trying to get puzzles that make you think outside the box. So, you know, doing things in ways you wouldn't expect to use.
maybe we do go up here.
I don't know. I don't remember. I just simply watch you walk around and never pay attention to anything
I see.
because I don't. get so lost with you driving.
No, just keep going
Well,
farther and farther north.
Ooze lurk in the dark and are highly dangerous to adventurers. How do you manage to find Grogu in the light?
Maybe we'll have to wait till nighttime.
Yeah. Wow, Eartha was born in South Carolina.
North South Carolina?
That isn't far from where he is now. Or Toga Mario is, at any rate. Yes.
Well, I've totally lost the...
She is a great actress. She was a great character. And her voice was distinctive. She did a lot of singing. We don't need to leashy it.
Yeah, because he's going to ask me about the elderberry bush again.
Yeah.
Which we solved with, we quote solved, unquote, without the help of Leashy. There's a scary noise. I'm going to go back and visit Leashy. Oh, Leashy, I almost forgot to ask. Wait, he's not here.
He's not here, and the bunny's coming after you still.
I thought that was a special
You
single
thought
purpose
that would
room.
have been a special purpose room. But that rabbit's gonna chase you. We could fight it. We are in auto mode. You're just gonna try and walk away from a bunny.
Yeah, I don't think I should actually.
No, you shouldn't.
All right, you.
Let's see how good we are against a Vorpal. But we aren't even throwing daggers, probably because it's so hard to hit.
No, probably because we lost our daggers showing at the one and didn't have the right interface for retrieving them.
Hey, even
So I'm probably down to one dagger.
possibly.
Oh, okay. So the AI was better than I am against the bunny.
Prepare the holy hand grenade. Yes. Unfortunately, we don't have one.
Dagger. I have 12.
Okay, well, we must.
That was weird that it did not throw the daggers.
Yeah, I know. It might be because it's just too hard. Knight of the Lepus. Yes.
So, of course, I'll play on Monty Python that had the killer bunny and...
Which they got the reference with the holy hand grenade.
Yep.
So, yeah. For all you people that are, new out there, if you haven't watched Monty Python and the Holy Grail, you have missed a cultural phenomenon. As somebody was discussing, that everybody should see Monty Python, and it's like, yes, but Monty Python is hit and miss. Until if you can stand Holy Grail, then you probably can stand Monty Python's jokes in general.
My brother and I were big fans of Firesign Theater in high school.
Yeah, well, I had
We did
a
ourselves that
Monty
way.
Python album and things like that. Yes, 'tis a silly movie, truly amazing. Yes. It's definitely a silly movie.
So when you went to science fiction conventions, you found that everybody had this common, folk. What's the word?
We had a common references
Common
that
references,
everybody
but-
knew.
Yeah.
That's why they were common. But it was all from this kind of Monty Python, the Princess Bride.
There's something
And there's our bush.
Yeah, there it is. We need to get fresh berries from it.
Do we?
No, but we could. I'm sure Baba
probably
Yaga
die
doesn't
again.
Yeah, doesn't care. Up,
Back to the bush. I didn't make it.
you didn't. However, you're really good at throwing daggers at that thing because it's big enough to hit. I wonder if your throwing
Maybe that's
skill doesn't-
okay. So I guess we throw them until we run out of daggers.
Any content that couldn't make it into the game that wish they do. This game, the castle. The castle really needed to be pumped up. It's really boring the way it is. So we could have used a little more time working on that castle to get it more exciting and fun. And combat in that castle would have been better. But it is also a matter of pacing.
searching for the
Yes,
fallen.
yeah, we got the flea circus already.
I just wanted to make sure that I had retrieved my thrown daggers.
Yeah. Apparently you do. Auto retrieve it, yeah. The theory was with the castle is that you don't want to waste the player's time once everything that has been accomplished is accomplished. And by having the castle too rich, you're changing the pacing.
Yeah, half the game would have been in the castle.
Yeah.
And the problem is that by the time you're in endgame, There's never enough time, and you want the pacing to feel faster, not slower.
But even so, when the last time we tried playing this thing, the castle came across as dull and boring, and that's not something we wanted from this game.
Nope.
So we think we could have taken more time to make that castle more interesting, especially since they designed such a huge castle. So, yeah, that's probably the only thing we didn't actually accomplish well in this game.
Wonderful. Looks kind of familiar. So world's big seems to be bigger than I thought it was.
It is a big
As we're wrapping around.
No, we don't wrap in this game. We come to...
Oh, there's a swamp. Okay.
Yes.
Well, the swamp is not full of Grugu, but it does have
Creepy hand.
creepy hands coming up.
Yes, we spent all too long in this room trying to get the stupid bush.
Yeah, I had to build up our throwing skill, strength, and climbing skill. Needed all three of them. There is an empty flask.
And it's kind of useful in this
So
situation.
let's see if we can get some Grugu.
That didn't do anything.
Gotta
Somewhere.
find-
Not
You can't get it from the...
That didn't-
Get it from the pools.
Not-
The pools.
Where's the pool?
That's a pool right below your hand.
Right here? Here.
Here. That's a pool.
Not-
So now you got to find the thing. Maybe it's in the front is the hot pot.
a narrow stream of...
Okay,
Yeah, so
let's
get the...
go there.
Yep, that was the hot spot.
You slowly fill your flask with the greasy, grimy goo.
Greasy, grimy, go for guts. Greasy, grimy, go
That's
for
what
guts.
boys are made of, according to an old children's poem. Okay, we have goo. We have a pie pan. We have berries. All we need are bones. Where can we get bones? Wait, there's some. I don't think we want those bones, so
No.
maybe we do.
No, they don't work. No.
All right. Where do we think we can find a skeleton? Oh, we could talk to Igor. Maybe he has some to spare. Igor is the local mortician, gravedigger.
Yeah, I'm not sure where we get it from, honestly. You know, I do know that we had Dr. Cranium mention something about getting some bones himself.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, but that might have just been for making things. Interesting. Was the ghost in the castle staircase meant to be elaborated on? Yeah, I don't remember the ghost enough to know, but I suspect, yes. How many grues does it take to make that much goo? We'll never know, because they keep eating all the census takers, yes.
Ah.
And John's voice...
So how many census takers does it take to make that much grew?
John's voice is pure magic to listen to. When I play this game, I click on everything just to hear it. Yes.
No,
Yes,
I
to
appear
hear
to
his voice.
have...
You have found your way back up here.
yeah, it was not where I was aiming, but
Uh-huh.
oh well.
You can greet him.
Good.
All right.
Well,
Oh, I didn't mean to say goodbye, but that's okay.
You don't have much you want to
Ask about wife.
You got-
How you doing with the wife?
you know, it's
Yeah.
nice to be able to snuggle with my Olga again on this cold night. Thank you for getting us back together.
My current playthrough also struggled with finding bones. Then I got too many.
Ah. So,
I'd go to a graveyard personally. That
Can
would
I-
be my
can I
first-
talk about what I was
you
just
can,
talking about?
yeah.
okay, so that line he just gave us,
Goodbye.
it is too rare in adventure games for characters to actually treat the player with respect and thank them for what they've done. Usually they're constantly asking you to do things, and you don't, you might get a specific reward for it. But here, there's an actual interaction and just going back and forth between Olga the shopkeeper and her ex-husband, or her missing husband, Boris, who turned out to be the gatekeeper. We got them back together, and he says, thank you for that. So it's just little tiny stuff that we try to put in the games to make them feel more alive.
Similar to Gary Owens in Space Quest and the Virginia Capers in Gabriel Knight, Sierra had some spot-on narrator casting. I mean, Gary Owens, I would say, knowing his voice,
Fabulous.
That was perfect for Space Quest, yes. I do not know the Virginia Capers, which just goes to show you that I don't know know Gabriel Knight well enough.
Nope. Almost.
Almost.
Oh, that's right. I actually remember the sounds. That's the way I play that.
Yeah.
Getting the sounds to go with the positions, well, that's another trick. What's going on in the lab?
You hear mysterious
You
bubbling,
hear the
sizzling
same
noises.
thing you hear every
Every
time.
once in a while, you think you hear someone muttering to himself.
No, one time I got a conversation with Frankie.
Space Quest, the second game to feature a space-faring janitor as a playable character.
Eureka! I have it! Just practicing for my next incredible discovery, you understand.
The game that blew us away was Dungeon Master. And before they did Dungeon Master, a different team put together a game called Sundog: A Frozen Legacy. It was from FTL Games out of San Diego. And those are both fabulous games. They also made a product called The Word Plus. It was a spelling checker and helped you solve word games and so on. All just really quality stuff from a tiny little studio.
What did that have to do with? What was the concept?
Space games, space janitors.
Oh, okay. So yes, Sundog was a space game.
It was.
Welcome.
Now that you mention it, but I don't think it featured a janitor.
No, it didn't. I don't think that we got it. We can ask about bones, so this is not the solution.
We could ask about Dr. Cranium.
Happy as only a scientist can be. To know the inner truths of nature is to be truly content.
What about Frankie? Maybe we can get some bones
has
from
been a
Frankie.
great help in my experiments. Her assistance has been quite stimulating.
I don't think he's going to give up her bones.
No.
You really should take the time to learn some of the basic principles of science.
And of course, this
Learning the
voice
nature
is
of
one
the
of my
scientific
favorites too.
elements and the patterns of the stars will improve
Ludwig
your
von
life.
Drake.
And
All right,
it's
fine.
exactly the voice we needed. I'm
Yes.
going to get another healing potion.
that's
There you
wise.
are.
That's what I'm here for.
Recently finished
Brewed
Planetfall.
healing drink.
I'm
Sip it
surprised
if
to
you
have
get
the
hurt,
lead as a
and
janitor on a space,
beneficial
yes.
vitamins
Yep.
and other
That is
ingredients will
really
help
kind
your
of
body to recover
weird,
quick.
because that was honestly a coincidence. It was not a tribute.
Well, Planetfall came first.
It did, but it wasn't the two guys from Andromeda that
Probably didn't play it.
did
yeah.
not know that. Yes.
You say good.
Be careful out there. It would be a shame to lose such a promising future scientist.
So this is the mad scientist who does not admit to the existence of magic.
Of course, the real process of science is exciting only to those initiated into its greater mysteries. You should seek out knowledge wherever you can find it.
So science fiction author Arthur C. Clarke famously wrote that sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic. And in Dr. Cranium's case, that's all it is. It's just technology.
But you don't understand.
Sort of like Gillian Anderson's character on
X-Files?
the X-Files that always came up with a scientific explanation for everything. Very rarely admitted that there were actual mysteries.
Dana Scully, yep.
Fox Mulder and Dana Scully. Great Igor.
Always, Igor, happy to know you not customer. Yet.
Ask about grave digging.
Grave digging not so bad. Customers not complain. Little graveyard humor there.
Got any bones for me? Huh? Apparently not.
Igor come back to town after dark the other night. See strange, pretty woman standing near gate. She look like she looking for someone. Igor go up to pretty woman. Igor say, "Hey, baby, want to light my fire?" Little graveyard humor there.
Gotta love that
She
graveyard
not
humor.
have sense of humor. She give Igor cold shudder and walk off. Igor in love. Or at least reasonable facsimile.
Phrase is cold shoulder, but cold shutter certainly works with regard to him. Enough already. So we've already gotten the other clues from him. All right, so he's not giving any bones. Getting here.
It's an advertisement.
No, you won't find it in these images.
What
You'll
about
either,
in?
you either find it at the graveyard, or we'll have to kill something.
What about in the
for it.
monastery?
Well, you could try it, but
I can't think. I don't recall seeing any
I
bones
don't
down
think
there.
so.
Trying to get out the back way, but apparently that is not the way you get out.
Is there
All this pathfinding, what?
something else we need to do in the
It's a shovel
monastery,
room.
like burn it
Good
down?
day again.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I mean, we probably do, but I don't know. But we got the pan. Was there anything else we needed from the shopkeeper?
No, we've got everything now except for the bones, and then we have to grind those bones to make her bread, or at least her elderberry pie.
So basically, this is all about grinding.
Yeah. Yes.
The game is a grind.
So I would head over to the graveyard
south there, or
next,
do I have to
but
go
I'm
west
pretty
first?
sure you have to get them from killing things that are dead.
But most of them don't have bones that you can
Well, the
get. I suppose we should have healed up the
graveyard,
rest of the way.
wraith.
Should we just use? We could have rested for
We
an
could
hour.
have. We could go find
Maybe
it.
we can do it right here.
Piece,
Let's see what time it is. It's getting late.
we could find the graveyard. I mean, Arana's piece and sleep there, Arana's garden, or
I
whatever
don't think
we
I'll
call
find any
it.
bones there though.
No, we won't. Graveyard's the best place to look for bones first, but I don't think there are any. I think you have to fight.
Well, there certainly should be.
Fight for them. Well, yeah, but you'd have to dig something up, and that's
Let's go
not
dig in
acceptable.
here.
The dirt needs to stick. And come to think of it, you'll probably just as soon not be buried at all.
Yes.
The
Okay.
gravestone is cold to the touch. The epitaph is, of course, engraved.
Oh, engraved.
There
Oh,
we go.
graveyard. Do you remember there?
Yes, haha.
I never got that one
I
before.
didn't either.
What about the crypt?
No, there's no bones there.
Why wouldn't there be?
All right, find out.
Maybe I can die.
Maybe you can.
maybe I should save the
Maybe you
game.
should save. Yeah, how about that? Yeah, stop. Oh,
Eh?
that's all right. You can't get in.
Enough already. Okay. Save the game. All right. Save as something else. It's so right, something old. Penny Bones, Night 3. Okay, replace that with
Bones.
looking for bones for a pie.
Okay. All right. Could you get bones from the inn's kitchen? It didn't say it had to be human bones. Yeah, that would have been reasonable if we'd thought of it, but, no, we make things difficult.
Let's open the door.
All right.
Securely locked. Pick the lock.
Yeah.
Unlock door. You turn the large skeleton key. in
And
the
Baba
crypt.
Yaga can probably tell the difference. Yes, she's probably a connoisseur about bones, but she did not actually specify. So,
You are in a dark, dank crypt, filled with bas-relief figures of long-departed knights and statues of the Grim Reaper. Stairs lead back up to the entrance. A brightly colored copy of the Borgov crest adorns part of the floor.
Let's see. Are there some bones over there? Looks like maybe.
The coffin cover is decorated with a bas-relief sculpture.
as you can tell, we really don't know
such a
this
cheery
game.
sight.
We don't know what our
The
game is.
stone.
It's all stone.
It's all stone, yeah. Look right there, yeah. That was pretty funny when you couldn't pick the lock to the crypt door, but there was just a key sitting in the lock.
No, it wasn't actually. We got the key from Igor after we
Yes.
rescued him.
The Borgov family, not to be confused with the family of Borogovs.
How do you get out of here?
Mimsy, all Mimsy were those Borogovs.
How do you get out of this interface?
I don't know. Not that way.
The crest is
The House of Borgov, or the
Ah.
House of
You
Borgov.
just have to click on the right part of
Ah.
it.
Okay.
Small gradients formed. Maybe there's some bones under
find
there.
nothing but
Slimy mold.
Borgov, fine. Borgia, not so fine. All
Open
right.
relief.
you can't get the coffin lid open. Examine.
Pick lock.
You'll try to pick the lock hidden in the bas-relief, but there's something strange about it. You suspect that the lock may be magical rather than mechanical.
Yes.
I got a key on my keychain?
No. Not the key for this. No, I think you had to.
Nope.
We had to replay
My
that.
cursor is gone.
Oh, interesting. There, you had the keys back.
I think we froze the game.
Did you?
Looks like it.
Oh, good. I'm glad you saved before this.
Well, let's restore our game. Something went wrong.
Interesting, yeah. Now we locked it up? No, there.
The crypt is bad. Cryptness.
Mm-hmm.
It's Igor's business, not ours. All right.
I think you have to find,
You have to kill something?
well, specifically a something. The
Walking
something
skeleton?
is the something that actually has a skeleton, like a revenant would have a skeleton, or so would.
They're not like wraiths?
I was thinking a barrow white, which has a barrow.
What about the rabbit? Rabbit probably has bones.
No, we're looking for the right good bones, not just. Besides, you want dried old bones. You don't want
Porga,
fresh
fine. Porja, not so fine.
bones. There we go.
What time of day is it? Getting on.
There's that tree that we planted there.
Oh, look at that.
Mm-hmm, it looks fine.
A bonsai bush
Bonsai
is...
bush is thriving in the rich soil. After some rest, you feel better.
It's getting dark. My health is still low.
After some rest, you feel...
Feel better, and it's getting later.
Love to know that there's a Japanese garden in the middle of Mordavia. Yes.
You take a drink of the cool water. It tastes like wild strawberries.
Yummy. I see no bones there, and I make no bones about it.
Mm-hmm.
I was just trying to get to nighttime, so it would be spookier.
Well, it is spookier
It's a
now.
spooky game.
It is. And we need to find spooky things.
Maybe if we looked in a wraith barrow, we'll find some bones
That's
there.
what I
of its
said.
previous
Yeah.
victims.
Arana's Peace versus Arana's Garden is an honest debate musically for me. Oh, I can't stand the sound of that whiny guitar or whatever it is for this one. It's just too shrill for my taste. But I think it would be great with the right instrumentation.
I suppose I should just burn another healing potion.
You could do that. Especially if you get that situation. And it's just batters, they're not really worth it.
Well, that was what was already up.
That feels good.
Okay.
Is that what we need?
You don't need batters.
They don't have any bones?
They don't. They have tiny bones. They wouldn't grind very much. Batters too. Batters could be worsers.
They've probably thrown away all that daggers and will not find them again. So batter was, what is the term for that? Putting two words together?
Portmanteau.
A portmanteau of bat and, not batter.
Spider.
Bat and spider. It's
They're
bat
supposed
spider.
to look like bat spiders.
A spade. Okay, got any bones, bat? That's a bones.
Yeah, we didn't even lose any health.
The dead body is flea-bitten and very...
Okay.
I had 12 daggers and now I have 10. So we did lose some daggers around here somewhere. Let's try clicking the grass.
You pick up your...
There you
Pick
go.
up your daggers. There
In
we
a
go.
bitter battle, you were better than the batters. Yes. Oh, gross! I hope they weren't rabid. Yeah, there was.
Well, let's find out. Because they probably, well, they didn't bite us much because our health is full.
No, we didn't. We aced that fight.
Our strength is up to 78, intelligence up, vitality up,
Yay.
weapon use up, throwing is up, honor is up. Wow! These battles are really a good way to grind stats.
Yes.
I'm trying to find the gypsy encampment.
They won't have any bones either. I think it's possible to get poisoned by
You
batters,
feel a
but
chill
not
go
every
through
time.
you as you enter.
Oh, here's Lily's favorite.
Ah,
A
yes.
cold wind suddenly sprang up from nowhere.
You don't think there's anything useful we can do with these?
Yeah, we can. We have a magic.
You see a raised mound of stones. It gives you an eerie feeling.
We should
can tell
have
that this is a
the
place of
amulet to
death.
protect us
We
against
have.
it. So therefore, we possibly can do this. But you should have saved game
Oh,
while you can.
I saved not too long ago.
I know,
All right.
but yes.
Well, if I save here, it's probably
it's a
too late.
cairn? Yes, it's a
It might be too late.
lonely cairn.
Replace with Wraith Mound. Barrow, whatever it is.
Yeah. Wraith barrel or a cairn. All right. I don't think we can do this. Ooh.
Maybe properly protected and strike quickly.
Yeah, you were too far from it, so you couldn't get into combat. It just killed you. So, maybe you've got to get closer.
I may not be able to make it.
You may not. Alright, let's use all of our skills now. Yeah, that's the way to do it.
So the difference is which programmer worked on it.
Vanishes into nothingness.
And why do I say that?
Slowly begins to regain some warmth.
Now, let's check the cairn.
The barrow contains treasure that the Wraith collected while it was alive, or perhaps more recently from treasure seekers less fortunate than you. You find a suit of plate mail armor,
Oh, just what a rogue means.
pearl-encrusted goblet, and 25 gold crowns.
What about the bones?
Nope, he didn't find the bones. Oh well.
Okay, so here's the deal. We are carrying this undead amulet, which repels the living undead. The programmer that programmed the close-up combat, and Ryu, accounted for possession of that amulet, and it reflected most of the spells from the Wraith. But when I was throwing daggers at it, the programmer that handled that did not take account of the fact that I was protected against the Wraith.
Alright, so that wasn't it. Maybe we have to find a revenant. I thought that the Wraith Mount was be where, yeah, I would have thought too. So, you know, it's like, well, I don't know, but I would take a healing potion unless you get that. The acrobatic attack, I believe, is its strongest physical attack in the game. It probably is true. It is pretty impressive too. I was watching that
That is
attack.
good.
You're not as far off as you think. Yes, I think it varies. I found my bones from a Wraith. Or we may have just not been lucky. I don't know.
You know, maybe the first Wraith you kill gives you the good stuff. And
All right, the easiest way to find bones is one of the 2 swamp border screens. Yes, they're in the Wraith piles. Okay, bones are in the Wraith piles. I remembered that part. That's good to know.
well, it wasn't in that Wraith pile. Maybe
Yeah.
I should have searched a second time.
Could be.
It's probably not there anymore.
You feel a chill.
Ah, here we go again.
Run, run, run! Ah!
What, you're going to run away?
No, I'm going to run into it
Okay, fine.
before it spawns.
Yeah, that's what you do. All right.
Now, if I were controlling this, it would be slaughtering me.
Yes, it would be.
So we're dodging his... Oh, didn't dodge
did
that one.
Yeah. Doesn't do much
But it
damage.
didn't do much damage because
we
of our
have
amulet.
protection, yes.
Protection from undead. Come on, slaughter.
That was what
Oh, we
we...
reflected spell at it.
Yeah,
The Wraith
it didn't.
vanishes into nothingness, and the air slowly begins to regain some warmth.
Okay. All right. Now...
Let's look at this mound.
You see a raised mound of stones. It gives you an eerie feeling. You can tell that this is a place of death.
All right, so let's...
For those not properly protected.
The barrow contains treasure that the Wraith collected while it was alive, or perhaps more recently from treasure seekers less fortunate than you.
We've already had that message.
Yes,
You
we
find
have.
a diamond-studded brooch,
Wow,
a healing
we're
potion,
absolutely rich.
and 15 gold crowns.
Well, we certainly needed that healing potion.
Try clicking on it again.
You will find nothing.
Yeah. There's probably a non-violent way to find bones. Maybe click it a second time. Yeah, that's what I thought, and it didn't
That
work.
feels good.
Oh well. No, let's go see if we can
Third
find
time.
You will find.
Yes, find a revenant or something.
I need a search command to search through my inventory to
Yeah.
find bones.
Yeah, well. You've
For
got
all I
no
know, maybe
bones
I've been
about it. No.
No bones there. I was thinking the swamp might be a place. Is this a dead end, or can I go south? I'm not very good at reading these pseudo 3D screens.
Yeah, well, I think that's more of the way they were designed. This one tells you you can't go there, and that's much better, but... Oh,
You'll
wow,
kill
we're
those
finding
fools
all
with
the
it.
race tonight.
Well, they're being generous to us, so let's run there. This one's mixed louder than the rest of the game. And that's not the sound I would have used for throwing a dagger.
Well, it's a sound. I like pizza because it has no bones.
Okay, Lorian Wise. I think I told him that one.
Vanishes into nothingness, and the air slowly
That
begins
was one
to
of
regain
Corey's
some
favorite lines.
Well, it was at my school, UC Santa Barbara, in the engineering department. There was a hangman puzzle on the board, and somebody had solved it, and the answer to the puzzle was, I like pizza because it has no bones.
Less fortunate than you.
Because engineers pretty much...
Studded tiara,
There we
6
go.
gold crowns, 40 kopecks,
And?
2 old bones.
Bingo!
So, not only do we have bones, but we're rich.
Yes.
I think that we're so rich that we could maybe afford to use a healing potion. Of course, you can't buy them for any amount of money.
No.
Jewelry, you have 3, each weighs 2 quarks. This fine jewelry is undoubtedly very valuable. Well, that was a good move. Okay, so probably Lori came up with that, but the idea of taking any piece of jewelry, having varied descriptions, like you found a jeweled brooch and so on, a diamond tiara, and then just calling it jewelry once it's in your inventory. Ooh, we have a flask of goo. Bunch of greasy, grimy gopher guts, screw guts.
That feels good. Just what you needed to relieve some of the aches and pains of everyday adventuring.
Okay, so does it make any difference if we go to Baba Yaga during the day or at night? Probably not.
Probably not, but we could go there and make the pie, and then that will get us that far, much farther in the game, because that's about all we have time for, if you can figure out where her place is.
Well, that's always a challenge.
Yep.
I'm going to run as far as I can to the east, which is quite far.
Yes. Many streams. Scarines.
It's about a 10 by 12. I don't think I can go there.
No.
Maybe I can. Yeah, I can. But I'm... so how do I get to her place? Because I was dead-ended, I thought.
Sure looks like it here.
This way through here.
Nope. Or totally south yet? Maybe not.
Not totally south yet.
Gotta get totally south, I guess.
The other possibility is we need to go north, east, and then south again.
It's possible. We will find out.
It's also possible
Well, we're
we'll be
totally
attacked
lost.
and killed. I would say, actually...
Oh,
look, there's the
there's a
revenant you were
revenant.
talking about.
Yeah.
Ha! I will take advantage of my automatic combat interface and the fact that we did grind some stats. So our combat skills
Our
are pretty good.
strength is high, so that will really help. But he's a silly looking monster with his big boots.
Well, I would say that the AI is a little bit off because every battle it starts out throwing about half a dozen daggers and then it waits until it
Return the
goes.
revenant to its rest. With any luck, it'll stay dead this time. It exudes the delicate aroma of rotting flesh. You find some copper kopecks on the no longer undead.
Peasants.
So I was
Wraiths
actually
are
about,
nobles.
as it was coming up, I was about to save the game, go to Baba Yaga again. What?
Clearly, the wraiths are all. I mean, the revenants are all peasants, and the wraiths are all noblemen.
Simple money pouch contains all the money you have. 94 crowns, 119 kopecks. And weighs how much? 213. So all that money is weighing us down, actually.
Yeah.
And it's kind of hard to get rid of it.
Humanoid enemy corpses equals money continues. Yes, indeed. It was our thought. That's
Yeah.
where we came. I mean, it was our reality.
This looks weird. Oh, there's a bush.
Oh, all right. You found the bush.
I found a bush. Let's talk to the bush. I talk to the trees.
You found it. What do you know?
As you repeat the magic
Okay,
phrase...
click.
Oh, that's right.
Run! Bush moves over to the right side. Let's go back to walking.
There's a skeleton on one of the swamp border screens.
So, did you get it? Show me. I won't let you in without it.
Say hello.
You better got everything you need.
Not already. Ask about... Have we asked about the Dark One's
No,
cave?
we haven't.
You do realize it's supposed to be bad karma to mention the Dark One. Eh, what do I care? It can't do much to me now anyway. Well, you've probably seen the cave mouth. We flew by it in the hut on the way into the valley. Nasty looking thing. Whew. It takes some sort of ritual magic to get the mouth to open. I understand someone at the castle has that ritual now.
Well, that's weird, because I was in that cave and came out of it. Maybe somebody opened it for me. Huh, funny that we met someone just as I came out of the cave.
I'm not too sure what's up in the castle. Baba said something about them being her kind of people. But that could mean anything from ghouls to necromancers. The castle creatures keep to themselves and we keep to ours.
Ooh, so Yolanda Be Cool said, I played this game as a 10-year-old and every 10 years seemingly never finished it. Well, we're going to finish it, but probably not today, given the
Probably
time.
next week, but
Yeah.
we'll see how far we can get.
Magic usually involves saying and doing something stupid for a long time at some stupid place in order for something just as stupid to happen.
Okay.
Let's go.
Okay, fine. Yeah, we haven't gone through all of these.
You know, it's a heady experience
Yes.
just talking to you.
Little graveyard humor there, haha.
She's getting hungry.
All right. Oh, maybe I should ask about the elderberry pie again.
No, you don't. You did.
It might be different now.
Okay, fine.
She didn't give you the...
Yeah,
Yep, she
that's
did.
the repeat for the
It didn't have to be, though.
No.
Okay, so I'm going to take my bones. Is it the bones here? Those look like bones. You picked up a few loose bones, undoubtedly hoping they'll give you a skeleton of a chance at leaving this place. Pick them up. Use them on the mortar and pestle. Maybe Bonehead will let me get through to there. Yes, he did.
You put the bones into the huge mortar. Now what?
Let's try using the pestle.
You work the pestle back and forth in the mortar. It's hard work, but after a while you manage to grind the bones into a fine bone meal with almost the consistency of flour.
Okay, we got that far.
And of course, that's all from the experience we got in working in the stables. And, the first game is we had
The
a strength.
fine bone meal slips between...
Okay.
Did you get some points for the grind? You should have, really.
I wonder if I can use a bottle for the bone meal or if I need to use my, put it directly in the pie pan.
You fill the flask with powdery bone meal from the mortar.
All right. We have... What order would you mix them in?
I'd get the pie pan and click on that.
Yes, but what... If you were making a pie...
If I were making a pie...
Try ingredients first?
I would, yes. The flour and the water would make the...
Okay. Pour the bone meal into the pie pan. Put the empty flask back in your back. Let's add some liquid. What else do we need? We need berries. Yes. Yeah, we'll add the liquid next. After interminable minutes, the last of the gooey Grugu splurches into the pie pan. You rub the slimy flask clean and put it away. I think we should throw away the flask.
Personally, but we're good at recycling here.
Okay, so this was a little work in the inventory. Pie pan, the metal pie tin, perfect for fruit pies, has been thoroughly greased with Grugu. Ground up human bones, make up the flour in the pan. Okay, so there were every combination you can think of messages for that pie pan had to be individually programmed. You toss the elderberries into the pie tin. Pie pan wears 8 quarks now. Metal pie tin filled with a sticky red assemblage of poisonous elderberry berries. Pan has been greased with Grugu, and I guess they just had all these individual lines you can get some of. Mm-hmm. Now we need our heat source. Let's, you suppose if we click the pie pan on Bonehead, we'll lose it and have to start all over? Maybe. But I'm going to do that, see what he says about it.
Looking good. Now show it to the head skull over there and get out of the way fast if you don't want to add rump roast to the Baba's menu for tonight.
Which is the head skull? This one here?
In the floppy version, I believe the elderberry icon was green and it got corrected on the cooldown on the CD. Huh, interesting.
Ah!
The skulls appear to have stopped flashing their lasers. You pick up the pie. It's been cooked to a delicate golden brown.
So, the significance of that...
Legs. Squat.
I was wondering how we were going to cook it.
Yes, I remembered how. Yes. In the floppy version, I believe the elderberry icon was green and it got corrected on the CD, and also apparently there's
You quickly step out from under the trap.
inventory
A moment later,
graphic for
you
the
hear the
pie.
voice of Baba Yaga.
Not very trusting, is he, kids? Good. It's not like I trust him. Floor quick, make him stick.
You find your shoes stuck to the floor.
Have to step out of the shoes. Alright, we have 2 choices at this point.
Spirits of the swamp and mire, aid me in what I desire. Creatures of the mist, beings of the fog, turn this human into a cute hedgehog.
A cute hedgehog.
Okay.
I have a sudden craving for a tiggly wiggly. Perhaps some hedgehog grog, hedge piggly swiggly, and pig Newtons. What's that you say? Elderberry pie. Oh, darn. He was bringing that here, wasn't he? I don't suppose a piggly wiggle can get a pie from his backpack, could he? Particularly if his feet are stuck to the floor. Oh, pity. Spirits of the mist and more, restore this man as he was before.
All of her magic rhymes. Alright.
So, now my dining delight, do you have what I asked for?
The purr there. I like that purr.
Okay, now, if we hadn't gotten the hint from Bonehead, I probably would have forgotten. I probably would have wandered in here wondering how to cook the pie, figuring, oh, maybe Baba Yaga will cook it over a fire. So it's good that we got that hint.
I knew what it was, actually.
Well, yes, but I would have gotten it wrong.
All right, fine. I might have corrected you before you got...
Maybe you would have, maybe you wouldn't have. Tell about pie.
You tell about how you made the pie.
Well, that's all very well and good, but until I have my elderberry pie in hand, you are in serious danger of staying for supper. Get it?
Get it?
Yes, Clotha was in a book that we read this long time ago.
How you smell it?
Do you remember where Clotha came from? I can think of it.
It was the Witches of Karas.
That's right.
That smells delicious. Just
Kares.
the way we like it. Fresh up from the fire.
Or the laser eyes.
So, let me think. How should I reward you for such a lovely pie?
I love that skull she's holding there.
Well, Kitty, should we just fry him now? Or for an entree, have green spleen casserole with roast leg of man?
All right. I think we'd better talk, but I'm having a little trouble getting my icons to work.
Oh, all right. I suppose he did do us a favor. It wouldn't be polite to eat him now. Besides, he may be useful in the future.
Good to know that Baba Yaga's polite.
So what is it that you want as a reward for your lovely pie?
All right, now you can talk.
Okay, we can tell about Gnome's humor, or ask for something different, make a thief sign, or enough already. I think we go to the save game interface. Replace with
Saying the wrong things.
yeah. Pie reward.
Our just reward.
All right, let us say the wrong thing if I can. Let us say, ask for something different.
You ask Baba to give you whatever she thinks might be useful to you on your adventures.
Useful, huh? Oh, that's a toughie. Let me think. What have I got lying around here besides the hut? Oh, I know. Here, take this. I found it hidden in the hangman's tree, as I recall. It's a magical ritual used by the Chernovi. I wouldn't recommend actually using it, mind you, but it might come in handy sometime.
I hadn't remembered this one. Okay.
You've got what you tasty treat.
Okay, now, the reason that was the wrong thing to do.
Well, I guess she liked the pie, or you would have taken its place.
Now, I would either have to bake her another pie. This is the hangman tree.
You're getting tired.
Save again, restore.
What, you're going to restore? I mean, we do
Want to
need
save
that.
first?
We
We
need
do
it.
need it.
Yeah, that's got to
but
be the way to get it.
It came from the hangman tree. I think we maybe could have just clicked in the hangman tree and
I
gotten it.
think so.
Let's go back to Baba Yaga.
No, Brainiac says no. You get it from.
Nope, wrong place. Is that the last save I have?
Brainiac says you get it from.
Talking
Baba.
to her twice. Okay.
Okay.
Pie reward, restore.
Just bones, just goo, etc.
Well, I'm going to ask for gnomes. Tell about gnomes'
Tell
humor.
about the gnome and how he wants his humor back.
Humor, is it? You want a sense of humor? I'm not sure the gnome really had a sense of humor, making fun of poor old ogresses.
Aww.
Oh, all right. Take this good humor bar and give it to the gnome. I suppose there is nothing more pathetic than a gnome who can't tell a joke.
You take the good humor bar and put it away.
All right, now try asking it since you've got time.
You've got the...
Nope.
Nope.
All right. All right.
All right, now let's try searching
I
the
guess
tree.
she liked the pie, or you would have taken its
no.
place.
Oh, I think it just told me I was being tired.
You've seen better trees to climb. After all, you really don't want to end up hanging around here. Searching it, you find a large knothole, but there's not anything inside of it.
K-N-O-T, not anything.
Brainiac says if you had magic, you'd also need to give Baba a third thing to eat for the hide spell.
Okay, so the question is, do I need to make another elderberry
No,
pie,
she
or do I
says
need
she'll
something
eat-
different?
She'll eat anything. She'll even eat your sandwiches, I think. All right, but we have done this. It is 4:30. We should go back to town.
I'm gonna try and feed her something else while we're nearby. Pie reward. Okay, so we can replace that.
She'll take individual components now. She'll probably like garlic too. I mean, really. All right, you're gonna go back.
Yeah. Well, we could go back to the gnome instead, but we're here, and it was so hard to find.
Yeah, and it's late. You're not gonna get the gnome at this point, so maybe it's early.
Hey, if you and Baba got some...
Going on the side that I don't know about. Oh, they didn't find me.
They didn't.
Baba, you find your...
You gotta let her speak. I mean, that's the whole point of this.
Oh, back so soon, Cookie Face. I hope for your sake you brought us something to eat. After all, there's always room for Hero.
I bet a lot of magic users get stuck on it. I bet that's probably true.
Let's try to click on a sandwich. They're famous, you know.
That is not something we consider edible. Feed us or weep.
Got any more Grugu? No, I got some candy. She won't eat that. How about garlic?
Oh, I can always use some garlic. It goes with everything. Now I can make some garlic head.
I will use your head.
So what do you want for this, Cookie?
Ask for Dark One ritual.
You asked Baba Yaga about a Dark One ritual.
So, you heard about that, huh? I found it in the hangman's tree some years ago. You're asking for trouble, I hope you know. Using the ritual for any purpose will only bring you grief. It can be used in either one or two ways. Its main purpose is to bring a Dark One across to this world. However, a very powerful wizard could use it to send the Dark One back to its world. You don't qualify as a very powerful wizard as I see it.
Well...
Still, you want it, you got it.
Put the ritual away in your pack.
Okay, how do we get out of here?
Bone meal, goo, and garlic are her acceptable items. Very good to know.
How do we get out?
You say goodbye.
Say goodbye.
Here.
Yeah.
Or she says goodbye.
Yes, she says goodbye. All right, so.
Can I help you out? Which way did you come in?
Old stand-up comedy joke.
Yeah, we should go to town and say goodnight. Yes.
Okay, have we got Hearthstone?
No. All right. Your save file naming is so much better than I ever do. Mine are just save 1, save 2, save 6. I always lose track. That's why we made it so that you could actually name the things so that you could remember what you're doing.
Yeah, and I kind of need to do that for the stream when we're streaming once a week.
Yeah, because
You know, you think, I'll remember what we did last week?
Yeah, so it does help. It tells you what you did, what you should remember. All right, so we have...
I'm going to wiggle my way west and north until I eventually get back to town.
Yay.
Possibly getting killed by a wraith in the meantime.
Let's try not to.
We're at full health and stamina.
We are, for a change.
We're getting pretty good at this
Yes,
fighting thing ever
especially-
since I turned on mag fighting.
Yes.
So actually, World of Warcraft, I have a similar story. I like challenging myself by doing the raids. When I was to go to the Gypsy Camp at night.
Goodhumor.save, yes. Yeah, that sounds right.
I like doing the raids, which are like 20-player boss attack things. But I'm not all that great at them being an old guy. I don't have the reflexes of a 20-year-old.
Or the attention span.
Well, it's a different matter. But recently, Blizzard introduced a one-button interface. There's my graveyard. Maybe we don't want to stay here. There's lightning going on. One-button interface that you can use to pick a reasonable spell, not necessarily optimal, but a reasonable spell at any time from your rotation. And ever since then, I've suddenly turned from one of the worst players in the raid to one of the best. It turns out that the automated interface is better than most real players. The really top players do better, but it's also because they have the really top gear. I have good gear, but not the top.
So yes, so it turns out that our interface for Quest for Glory 1 was the right way to do combat. Although this is right way to do combat, really, just putting it in strategy mode and not having to deal with it was certainly the smart way to do it.
I mean, we, struggled every game to try and make the combat compelling, interesting, and winnable by the player.
And this was not overwhelmingly, while the feedback we got on this initially, of course, everything was terrible on this game initially, and all the feedback was terrible, but nobody liked the
automatic combat?
The manual
the
combat,
arcade
and they
combat.
didn't much think they liked this style, yes. Yes, I'll be favorite. The game's combat is the least favorite because he never played Street Fighter. And yes, we got a lot of feedback like that. So
it is side to side instead of first person perspective.
Yeah.
So it's less, immersive.
So yes, we will be going.
Deftly slip up.
We will not use this style of combat again. And that's why it didn't happen in 5 either, because we always tried to get things better. I had to put it on automatic to make any headway at all. Yes, there was a way. I mean, I honestly play tested this. This is the only game I got extensive combat play testing on, and I found I could do it. I mean, I could even fight the race. You just with a little bit of. Because everybody had a tell. They all did something before they do their big spell, so you could actually do it. You're going to replace there.
Yep.
So, at any rate, we want to thank you all for starting the new year right with us. We will have another stream next week on Sunday. And this Wednesday, I will be streaming World of Warcraft and their home decor stuff, new interface and stuff. I've got some nice little houses I can show off, and we can go on a tour of the neighborhood with some of the very impressive houses we have in our guild community.
Yes.
Hero U is my favorite battle system. I got pretty hooked on that. So thank you.
We got it right.
We worked so hard for that.
We spent like 2 years refining that interface.
Getting the programmer to really get it to right way. It was always supposed to be a kind of strategy game of actually using the tools and things. So we're very happy you liked it.
Yeah, so there's Final Fantasy Tactics is a game in which you try to have tactical combat and move through a maze, kind of position yourself right and so on. And we wanted to do something slightly similar to that. But my big idea was going way back to my tabletop gaming roots. The system for, I think it was the Caltech Warlock system, it was similar to D&D, had weapon speed as a major factor. And actually the original player's guides for Dungeons & Dragons listed the speed of each weapon, but never used it. So my idea was that if you were fighting with a dagger, you were very fast. If you had a bigger weapon, you'd be slower. As you gain skill, you'd get faster and so on. And I wanted to make it so that, you could interweave your moves with the monsters.
We didn't do that for Hero U.
That was my plan, though.
Yes, it wasn't at all what we were planning initially, because we were going to plan it like a rogue game where you put down all the traps and you set the combat in motion and then did it. Because that was one of our first plans with it. So that you had various traps and techniques to do it.
And we ended up making it so that you actually can place traps. It's tricky because if you're close enough to the monster, they spot you and they attack. And you don't have time to do traps. Yeah. So it's really a balance there.
Yeah, it's an interesting concept. We probably won't, I'll tell you, we'll be going back to Quest for Glory 1 for our next game when we go back to combat.
Similar to.
Yes. At any rate, happy to be
I'm
here.
I'm still talking about combat. Excuse me. How rude. So, I had this great idea that, was going to interweave all the moves and worked with the programmer on that. And he played with it, and it was completely not fun and really challenging to program. Just didn't work. And so we ended up going with the standard every day, 1 move per turn. Not realistic, but makes sense to the player.
Yeah, we wanted it to be a strategy type thing rather than a point and click.
Yeah, and as Joseph said, it's deceptive, looks very simple until all the range tools and turns come into play, and the traps. So you have a lot of options, a lot of things you can do.
Yeah, we wanted a thinking man's puzzle, thinking man's approach to combat, and still have the excitement of trying to survive a situation that is quite dangerous. So yeah, so that was Hero U. At any rate, happy to be here, says Brainiac. I may be able to drop back on Sunday
Next Sunday.
because MAG ends right around when the stream starts. Depends on how good the internet connections are. Well, we'll look forward to seeing you. But if you don't make it,
come. If you can't make it, you go to our YouTube channel, which I don't think I posted. I posted the Patreon. Well, I should post all those again anyway. But our YouTube channel is where I export all these. They're up here on Twitch for 2 weeks. So you can just watch it on Twitch. But if you don't make it on Twitch, you go to @HeroU-game on YouTube.
and you can catch up with all the missed streams. You'll never miss another one of them.
And we have playlists there. When you go to playlists, you can find World of Warcraft, adventure games.
You're not showing it. So
no, I'm not.
You should show. Yes, as long as you're tallying.
Show, don't tell?
Yeah.
Show and tell.
Show and tell.
Show and tell. Anyway, 4th category is live streams. So if you click on live streams, you get one of them.
Randomly.
And
Knights
you have
of the
a
Dead
whole list
what
of
year
all
was
these.
This? What year is this video from?
4 years ago.
4 years ago, yes.
So I guess it gives you one randomly.
Yeah.
But there are 79 videos in the live streams, and it will now be 80 in a
And
little
Darvik
while.
says, Hero U is the one game I've been trying to find time to play. With a 3-week-old baby, I have tons of time soon once staying home. You will not with a 3-month-old.
You'll be a little bit distracted.
You'll be too distracted to get any play time in. Yes.
A friend of ours described having a baby as a 12-year or something like that experiment in sleep deprivation.
Yes.
At least 6 years.
Yeah, well, or at least 3 years of deprivation and 12 years of aggravation.
Agony. Aggravation, that's a good
So
one.
at any rate, yes.
Okay, so that was the one thing. I was also going to share our Patreon, which is how we support this stream. That gives us an excuse for holding this, so support our Patreon. And then we shared the Discord earlier, and
yes.
I guess I can do that again too.
So have a nice day, Eve, everybody, and thank you for the stream. Thank you all for showing up. As I said, I'll be running World of Warcraft
On Wednesday.
at 5 o'clock.
5 o'clock California time.
Yes.
8 o'clock Eastern.
And so...
this is our Discord server, the Transsolar Games Discord server, which will not show up on
no,
camera.
it doesn't show whatever we do.
Discord's weird that way. So come to all those places, spend time there.
Have fun.
See you here next week
And
at same time, which is 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern time. Your time zone may vary.
Yes. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thanks.